Hey, welcome back from that extremely short break. It's time for Tinker, Tailor, Solder, Fry here on the mighty Loading Ready Run Video Entertainment Network. As usual, my name's Ian Horner, and I will be your navigator through tonight's activities. But today we've got a Ben for some excitement. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it?
It's been a few years, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah. For various reasons.
Right. A number of reasons, but yeah.
Very glad to have you.
It's been a long time.
Back in the room for some fun here.
It's nice to be back, and nice to be back for the first time in this space.
Yeah, it's first time in the space. It's I'm rather proud of what little I've added to it. But,
I mean, it's a team effort, right?
That's what it's all about. Speaking of which, we've got, as usual, Paul on the ones and twos on the board.
Hello.
And we've also got a Molly Lewis in the room here too.
You can't see me. Bye.
If you encounter any sort of audio harassment, that's probably what's going on in the background there. I know we will.
Yeah.
But what are we here to do today?
Well, Ian, you know, I'm sorry. One moment. Is it too early for me to swear?
I mean,
it's okay if it is.
It's fuck o'clock somewhere. That's my one for the day. I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, for those of you who know me, you know that I'm always about arcade bullshit. So of course it's more of that, but it's a little different from last time. We have a couple of flat pack pre-cut MDF sets to assemble.
Really?
And then wire up, and then we'll have two different two-player pedestals for playing games.
That sounds
and one of
spectacular.
them, yeah, it should be good. I think it'll be fun. Hopefully we can get it done. One cabinet is, well, let's start with that one.
Yeah.
Because this was the first one that really kind of came out as a like, hey, we should do this.
It's a special occasion.
Yeah, it's the 20th anniversary, so
you got us a big one.
Make a 20th anniversary control pedestal that was in, you know, the appropriate livery and colors.
Ooh.
So I know we've got some fun bits and bobs of it in here. Apologies. I know you can hear me and you're just looking at the back of my head while I pull stuff out, but we've really been kind of making a mess to get everything together.
Yeah, not to lead things on in any direction, but these all arrived pre-painted, right?
No. Actually, Ian did all the painting in the last day. Because, which was a hell of an effort. Thank you again. It's
quite welcome.
Made a huge difference.
These
but
yes, gorgeous.
They turned out really well. I love this like color. I think it will go really well with the buttons that we have, because we have these, there we are, lovely metallic blue buttons. Oh, they're going to be really, really good.
We're going to have to keep the microfiber cloth around for that.
They're going to be really very shiny, and I'm sure they will take all the fingerprints. And I know I had something in here. Yeah, I even went so far. So the panels are, all in here. We should get those out. But, so that's the ball top.
Oh yeah, just bring that down to the area there for the close-up
so you
camera.
can see that's for like a Sanwa style arcade stick. And so, of course, you know, we had to go with all the lure colors. We have more to show you, but we probably should get started
as we do it.
Together.
Yeah. We can't sit here all day pondering our orb.
I mean, I would, but don't let me.
Never ponder your own orb.
All right, Ian, where do we need to get started on
Well,
this?
you know what? I pulled up this thing. I don't even know if that's what I need. I have the instructions here, and always read your instructions. Step 1, test fit panels together and note the screw locations.
Speaking of screws.
I think we're definitely...
Yeah, so we need all the blue pieces, so let me start pulling those out. Whew. It's still a little painty. There we go.
No, I think we're coming up on 24 hours of cure on this particular color. So.
Great. All right, well, I'll move this set over here.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a bunch of...
All right.
Moving around. Why am I holding onto the bag of screws like
I don't know.
like it's candy?
while you work on that, I'm going to shift some of this over to the side so I can get our panels out, because we do have some more pieces. Yeah.
Okay, that's our cabinet. The 4-pap.
No.
No, the F-sap.
Yeah, F.
That's it.
Yeah, fight stick. Yeah. Yeah, because it's 2, not 4. Because I am a huge, tall person and I have elbows. The 4-player single pedestal would crowd everybody so much that everyone would just be doing this. And it's like, if you were going to make a custom thing, you should make it so that you're comfortable playing the arcade game instead of like recreating the experience of getting elbowed every 5 seconds by the person playing TMNT with you.
We're grown up. Ergonomics matters.
Yeah. Oh, and chat, because I don't think most of them know, the second panel
What?
we're going to do based on the Oki Oki Fight Club logo and theming, because I thought the lads would like an arcade style.
Giving away the whole game.
I think you may be making some boys' days.
I hope so. That one, the sticks and buttons we got for that one are all Kanba. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. Apologies, I've never heard anyone say it out loud, but basically the same components that are in Adam's fight stick.
Ah, so he'll be right at home.
Well, maybe. He might have a different tension spring in and a different restrictor plate, but it comes with those.
I mean, that's not something you can change, is it?
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything. Oh, there's the beautiful
That's the panel.
lad.
So you can see there's a pretty decent amount of space for, whoop, yeah.
So pretty.
There it is. Okay. Yeah. So you can see there's a fair amount of space. You can see how it's kind of this, there we go. These are sort of narrow. This is like a traditional kind of Japanese style. And there are a few things we've had to do to kind of get around the fact that this is an MDF. Normally, on the bottom, you would have sort of a section that is kind of routed deeper so that the joystick fits closer to the surface of the panel. But again, because it's MDF, you can only make it so thin without compromising. Ooh, hey, I've got paint on me. Time for gloves. But yeah, so we've got a couple of things to accommodate that. But generally, all the buttons fit in the places they should. And we're good to go on that front. I think that's all the blue parts, Ian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think it's telling me that what it wants us to do is,
Do like a soft fit.
well, do the soft bit, and then the part we're going to assemble the first is the base of the pedestal.
Got it.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense. Okay.
So I'm going to move this. God, it looks so good on camera. To the side here. And let's get ready to dry fit some bottom.
All right.
That is a
Hey-o.
phrase that is...
Got to come back to haunt you, my friend.
Yep.
Mike,
Yeah. If I
Michael
don't get to
Buffer,
it
I
first,
believe,
someone else.
has a copyright on that phrase. Let's get ready to.
To bottom.
Attach
Someone
the
please clip that
bottom.
for me,
That's-
please. Thank you.
Okay. Let me come around that way. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna. You know what? I might just have to move that chair out of my way.
So I think we're going to want... Yeah, these chairs are going to be a liability soon, I think.
Okay.
Dry fit that to there.
Okay. So is that our? Yeah, that's a hole there.
Yeah.
Does it go even? This.
I believe it does.
So this guy goes over here.
In the front. Oops.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, this is all going to be...
move the screws out of the
Yep.
way.
We're about to box them in. And then this panel just sits on top of everything.
Oh, I got you. For the bottom, for the base.
Yes. And that will structuralize everything
Yeah,
there, I
that
think.
stabilizes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have a brace that goes here. That's
Just behind
this
you.
guy. Not this guy. This
Yeah,
guy.
that one. It's got the two
Oh, yeah.
chevron size.
Yep. So that means.
That'll
Do.
be up front,
Yep.
thusly. And then the cabinet portion will get built around this
Right.
top here.
And then the main box goes up here. Okay. That seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
You want to? Let's see. Well, if that goes in the top, should we fix this in first, and that way we can put these in so
That-
that they go flush?
Is my thought as well. So
Okay.
let's start with that one.
So let's align this so that it's...
Let's get these other pieces out of the way here.
Yeah, because these are eyeballing screws in different locations? No. Wait. Are they spaced off from, like, is it longer on this side?
Looks like it is longer on that side, yeah.
Okay. Just trying to figure out how much we're supposed to...
Overlap.
Yeah.
I think what we want is we want it dead center, because that way it's going to line up with the
With the screw?
bases.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, what do you want me to hold? Let's put this in on one side while I
Yeah.
get this out of the way.
How about let's get this level. Yeah, I think we want to get the other panel as well.
What do you mean?
Yeah, let's get them
This
both elevated
Oh.
for the screw position, the screwing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, and does that seem? Yeah, that feels centered to me.
Let's see. Oh, I see. Well, I mean, okay. If you've got that, you want me to just hold this while you check on...
Check on levelness and squareness.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know how much it matters. I mean,
guess-
it matters that it stands, of course.
Where did those screws go?
Oh, I moved them over here.
So I think we're just going to have to get into it.
I think you're right.
So do you want to give that a
And
go?
oh boy. All right.
Yeah, she's a.
Yeah, she's...
Make sure that my finger is not directly underneath that screw.
Yeah. All right.
And I'm going to try and keep it.
Okay. You want me to tighten it all the way?
Uh,
I'll just do
let's.
it a little
Yeah,
bit.
that should be good.
Okay.
Because we'll probably want to leave a bit of space to button things up.
Yep.
That was loud in the ears.
Yeah, that was extremely loud.
Sorry, headphones.
Sorry, everybody.
Right. And let's just eyeball that there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once we get that one in, we'll be closer to here. If you want to
Hold that.
there, it wouldn't be Tinker Tailor if we didn't beef it a couple of times, right?
And of course, we still got that that can of spray paint handy should we need to clean everything up. That feels pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's it. Okay.
We're
So
not
this one.
too tight yet, but
It really drives me nuts that I can't. It's a little. Yeah. Really wish I could measure this with something a little more precise than my finger.
I can probably get this a ruler, but
That would be smart, but maybe after we fix this one in.
yeah, I think we just need to tack it in.
Yeah. Sorry, Ian.
Not at all.
Good. Yep. Sorry.
Provide more downforce.
Yeah, as long as I just hold it. It's awfully quiet.
Well, but it's the tension of these first screws is
Well, I mean, the fact that I dropped that thing and immediately, you know, clacked your ears.
Yep. Well, that's the sound that I
Didn't
made yesterday that scared all the crows off.
Oh, no. Just gotta be that close, huh?
It was interesting to look at.
Bless you.
Well, that was
Great.
definitely in.
Perfect.
All right. You
Looking at
wanna-
the designs of these, that all the structural elements are these MDF little tags that get glued into slots.
You know what? Sorry, everybody. I forgot that was clipped here.
Oh, yep.
But I got sweaty.
All right. Oh, look at that. That's not quite even, but
Did I beef it?
uh,
Oh, for this guy to. How do you mean? Oh, I think it'll be okay.
it's just off. You'll never notice at home, but we'll know.
No, everybody watching will know. Everyone who didn't watch this stream will have no idea that we did this. The crimes that we committed. But you know what?
I mean, there is something very Tinker Tailor about, should we measure this? Well, we have a ruler. Okay, well, let's screw it in first, and then we'll see if we can get the ruler to measure.
Yeah, I mean, I just, in the spirit of the show, Paul, I'm just really trying to be, well, I don't think it's supposed to be on the ground, right? We're
Yeah,
gonna
I
lift
think we
it.
lift that up. As we,
Sorry, let me see, let go.
This is the most panel show you've ever done.
Let's see, so if we want it tucked in under, is that the, yeah. Oh, I think it's just the,
goes
yeah.
flat. Okay.
Just looking. I think we're fine. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just. Oh yeah, you've got it there. Great. As much as I'd love to put some casters in this thing, these are probably going to get slid around the ground a few times.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, when arcade machines were in roller rinks, they used to put kick plates on them. Huge, like just plywood or even steel plates over the front artwork down below the coin door, because people wearing those heavy skates would just come and, park,
Bonk.
but also they would just kick the bottom of the thing idly, not even thinking about it. And so you just destroy machines. I'm not saying this needs a kick plate, but maybe it will.
We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah. All right, Ian, let me encroach on you
I'm
a
going
little to get
out of
here.
the way.
I'm gonna line this other one up.
Yeah. This is our. Oh, yeah, that's definitely that side up.
Oh, and the I'll hand that to you.
Thank you. Well, get
Put it on
that
the screw here.
in there.
You got that?
You got it.
Hilariously, I just assumed that we probably put, one of these pieces on backwards. Yeah.
Now, was this a kit
Yes.
of all these different parts?
Yeah. It's absolutely a kit. It was just one of those things. If it came down to, we started talking about the project, and timing-wise, we just were going to run into a brick wall.
That feels pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. It'll be better once we get this stability in. I'd rather hand tighten those instead of what I almost started doing. So
I'll get us
this
a screw.
this guy.
But yeah, I think let's lay this down.
Yeah, I think that's wise.
But this is definitely coming together with alacrity.
Yeah, I mean, there aren't that many parts, so okay. That will be. All right, let's get you a little get you flush.
There we go. Fun fact, it's hard to read screwdriver heads in the dark.
Do we have the wrong size, or are you getting?
No.
Oh, you're getting one for hand tightening.
Yes.
Okay. Ian, how's this look? It's kind of a sandwiched fit now, which is good.
Well, you know what? Let me, now that we've completely ruined it, let's actually use the tools of precision. And just have a quick look. So that's 17 inches to the top there. That is 17 inches
To the top.
to the top there.
How about that?
Yep.
Sorry, chat. I just caught snippets, but this kit maker doesn't sell plans. However, there are some resources that have a pile of plans. Sometime when we're on break, I'll pull those up and make sure those get passed out, because there are lots of like vector plans for your own cabinets and stuff like that. I went with something that I knew was affordable. I mean, relatively speaking, and and I was going to get in time.
The service they are providing is computer cut MDF, and
Yeah.
that's not a that's not an unvaluable service.
Yeah, I mean, it takes access to a lot of equipment, but if you have access to that kind of equipment in like a tool shop or a makerspace or whatever, then this is not a terrible thing. Yeah. Like, it's not that big, especially because we have, oh, hey there. For the actual hardware part, like as far as making these work with a computer or a console or whatever, you can buy cheap little, systems that are just on one circuit board that have all the connectors, come with the wires to plug into like Japanese style buttons and sticks and everything, so that you can just get up and going as fast as possible. And so that's all the stuff that we've been kind of bringing to bear to try and make this something we can actually put together in the next 2.5 hours.
It's coming together faster than I thought it would.
Well, that's good. Maybe when we get to the Okie one, we can take measurements.
Yes, learn from our. Well,
Right.
let's be clear, my mistakes.
Learn from, I don't know. I mean, do you learn from your mistakes, Ian? Is that the point of this show?
I mean, you're right. We only learn out of spite.
Out of necessity, because we're forced to.
Yes.
Sure. All right. So that's in.
This looks great.
Okay, so now we have.
The final bit.
Right.
And I want to just double check the way.
Please.
Yep.
This is the one I don't
This
want
is
to
the
screw up.
important part. Okay, when dry, take the center column and turn it on its side. Then place the column on top of one of the sides. That's not helpful. Column secure to the panel. Place the second side panel on top and screw the panels in place. Okay, so I think it's, bottom first, then side, then top. After you've followed these steps, the basic cabinet build will be complete and ready for customization.
So what do you think? Should we turn it upside down to fit this one?
I think that's a good idea.
All right. Well, then let me get it out of the way.
Yeah, and I will lift and rotate this.
Did you have something to say?
I don't know.
Nope. Okay. All good.
I'll say it when I'm ready.
Yep.
Okay.
Where's that measurement? Let me know if the holes are equidistant from the edges first.
Yes, that I think
So
is the key. We're looking at just 4.5 millimeters to the edge, and
Centimeters?
4.5 centimeters to the edge.
Equidistant. I don't have to worry about it.
Yes, this one is not offset.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Looks like it's going to fit in there without too much.
Yeah, it seems like it's it's an exact, more or less like an exact fit. It's pretty close to, if it's not exactly flush with these little nubbins, but all right. That looks
Pretty close.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Horseshoes and hand grenades, right?
Right. That's all it takes.
Okay. Oop, one too many, but still. All right.
Driver makes sense for that.
Yeah, I think so. Just saves us some trouble. That trouble being me.
And of course, it's the first kit issues of figuring out where things go that we will absolutely know with no questions
Right.
on round 2.
Well, you say that, but there's enough time that I'm sure we could forget between now and then. No, don't move. Ugh, I'll let you tighten that the rest of the way. It's just kind of hard to wedge this thing
No
in.
worries. It's a good head, but it's
Yeah.
not perfect.
I mean, it's less the head and more. And more just the angle for me to kind of wedge the rest of the Bosch in.
That said, I'm actually very impressed with the quality of these wood screws. They are not stripping on that head at all.
No, they're actually really nice. There was one time I got, it wasn't IKEA, but it was something that, was ostensibly quote unquote nicer furniture, the screws were made of nickel.
Oh,
Yeah, they just came apart immediately. It was horrible.
they're basically melting on their own.
Yeah. Okay, those can probably be, if you want to hand tighten these.
Oh, these ones, yeah.
Just because, you
You
know,
can get
I didn't want
No,
to,
that's fair.
yeah. I didn't want to do that last mile bit.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely
so,
in there. And that one is just needs a bit. So I think.
I feel like this guy goes away from the.
Yeah, that guy goes on this side, and then the other way around.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let's put it.
Yeah, let's right side this monstrosity.
It is surprisingly stable.
Yeah. Good. I mean, so far they're light
Yeah.
enough
So
to
this would be
handleable, but
facing the players.
right.
So this doesn't go here, I don't think.
No, that
It
goes,
goes on
this
the other side because we want to be able to pass all the wiring out.
And
That's going to look ugly until revision 2, I think.
And I believe it's supposed to actually go this way.
Oh, that makes way more
Yeah,
sense.
just to hide more of the stuff on the bottom.
Of course. Yeah. Okay, so that looks pretty. Before we do that, though, let's look at the top and make sure we don't
Yes.
screw that up.
I'm going to pull that out.
It's a pretty.
It's a tight fit, but
Yeah, we've got it a little forward, but we can adjust that.
Yeah.
And bring it back and adjust. So let's check this one. Because I don't want to put the top one in until
No.
we put the controls into it. So that's
that looks.
so
really
that's
good.
where we want that, right?
Yeah. So actually, I suggest let's
Yep.
just get that.
I'm
in
gonna
there
hold
right
that.
now.
So that we can just get this side in, and then we'll do the other one.
Right.
Because I think the top from looking at this will scooch towards us just a bit, so that this groove here will be flush. So we'll just remember that as our marker.
We'll just have to tap it in.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, it'll be fine. Looking good.
Good.
Okay.
We'll just go around front for
Yeah,
the.
absolutely.
Alrighty. This goes right up to there.
Let's see. Push that in. Yeah, it does. It is kind of a wedge fit now because we're really, which is good. That's how.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want nice, stable, tight.
Sorry, everybody. All right. Yep.
Okay, let's
Yeah, that's good.
This is going to hold itself.
Yep.
Great.
All right. So this one.
Two. Beautiful stage work, everyone. Backs to the camera, hiding the action. Perfect.
Yeah, that's really nice. Well, the thing is now we're done with the base. We just will have to fix this on once we wire it. So
Let's take it off and put it
take
somewhere
that
safe.
off and put it to the side, and I will take this and put it on the floor. Now we can see about how high it is. So that's control height,
Yeah,
which
that's
means
not
it's
bad.
kind of stool height, which is typical for a Japanese arcade. That's why you've got space here so that your knees can tuck under. But yeah, that's good. That'll be better for people who aren't 6'3".
Yes.
Hold
Sorry,
on.
Adam. But yeah, everybody else, it'll probably be pretty.
You can get a booster
For a tiny
seat.
person, how is it? Yeah, this is ideal for a tiny person. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
But our tall people.
Finally, I
not
can be
so
good
much.
at games.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. Good
You
job,
want to
guys.
start on the second one and take measurements now?
Sure. Let's get these
That didn't take
cabinets
long. All right.
put together.
Put this aside.
Now the guts of these, the actual electronics, will those be taken from a fight stick, or are those a separate whole thing? Ah,
Bag of parts.
Yep.
you just kind of
Got 'em
just
all.
kind of pour the bag into
Yeah,
the
you just
thing.
kind of dump it in, put the top on, shake it a little bit, pour a little bit of conductive fluid, and you're good.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. No, I mean, they're all screw type, so we just have to kind of thumb them all in, but.
It's like the process used to make microchips. You just take a
Yep.
bag of sand and you poke it in a very special way.
Exactly like that. Just maybe a lot more finesse involved than Ian leads you
Billions
to
of dollars
believe.
of research. And
Yeah. Okay, so I think all the. Yes. Okay.
oh, all our pink stuff is in.
Yeah. Okay, good. So you got those. These are for.
Yeah, those are the bottoms. Oh, wait, this is.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm
That's the
getting them
match
out so you
pair.
can help. Are you sure that's a bottom, or is it one that goes with the
I
top
think that's
control
actually-
panel?
Those are the bottoms.
Those are the bottom ones.
That's our control panel.
Yeah, that's the same width as the routed guy, right? On
Exactly.
the end. Cool.
There was about an hour 2 days ago where Corey and I were spending our time, and as you can see, if you look at the back side of that one, it says "in" because it will be on the inside.
On the inside. Yeah.
You
You
didn't
really
misspell
can't see
your name.
that. But I'll.
Oh, there it is. Hey.
In. Yeah, it's very light because it's pencil, but.
I used a carpenter pencil that came with my John Fluvog shoes.
Okay, this guy is the top
That's
plate
our-
on this. So yeah, you can see, measure, but I'm pretty sure those are offset from each other.
I think you're right.
So the big thing, yeah, is to figure that out. Because this is the bottom, I think, for the control set.
This is 6.5 centimeters to that edge, and then literally 5 right to the center of that
Yeah,
hole.
this is a top piece that goes on the base, and then you've got the other pieces over there, right? We've got the control panel there.
Hold on.
Great. And the
Just
brace
matching
plate.
up to the size. Yeah, that's definitely a bottom bit.
Which one? The
This,
bottom of what?
the base.
Oh, the base part. Yeah. Sorry, I was still thinking about control panels.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
When aren't you thinking about control panels, man?
That's a great question. Okay, that's good. All right.
Actually, here's a question.
Yes, sir.
On this one, do we want to do the assembly slightly differently?
I'm listening.
Put one of these on first.
One of the sides for the
Yeah.
base. Base is this guy on this end, or this guy.
That's the bottom.
This is the base. Okay. So, like,
My thought being, if we lay it up this way, probably easiest on that side. Yes. Flat side. Well, no, that's not going to help at all. You know what? Maybe this wasn't such a good idea, Ben.
I'm all ears, Ian.
Actually, I'm sticking with the plan here.
Oh, to put them on down here?
Maybe
One of
that was
these?
maybe my thought, but
Oh, so that you can make it like flush with the. I mean, truthfully, if you just line it up on one side and screw it in flush, you know, so that you're not hitting the top plate,
Yeah.
then you can do the same on the other, you know,
yeah,
on the other side.
and then we
So-
can optically.
Yeah. So I've got that. Let me get my hand over here so that I can just try to keep this. Yeah. As long as you've got it flush so that the top will fit over this. Go ahead and
I was going to ask, do you want me to
screw it
get the
in,
screws
please.
in?
Yeah.
We are getting low on screws. That's a good.
Did I dump them all out? I guess. I
Wait,
did.
no. What we did is we were using leftovers from the previous one,
Right.
but we'll use them all.
Yeah. So you just got to make that flush with the top.
It looks. Come on,
Yeah. You're gonna have to.
maneuver
That-
this myself.
Yeah, because I can kind of keep one side straight, but I can't do much about.
That's good right there. And let go. And let God.
All right. That seems fine. This one's. Apologies. Let me get that.
Seemed like a good idea.
I think this is fine. Let me see that screw.
Yes. Oh, just the screw.
Sure, great. That works too.
Nice.
All right, that seems good.
Yep.
What do we have? this guy is a topper. Do you want to, well,
I'm thinking topper next, honestly.
topper, okay.
Makes
Do you
sense.
want to move it or
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
just going
you
to
got
flip
it?
this up.
gently? I say as I
As we
immediately
just
go
bang
bonk.
it on. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
And let's get ready to dry fit some bottom. All right.
So, I'm going to make it flush like that. Where's that screw hole? Those screw holes are in good place, regardless of the side
Yeah.
here. So if you want to check that side and see how that looks.
Oh, looks good. What I'm
It's that side, yeah.
do we want any overhang on the board, or do we want to pull it up so that it's flush?
Oh, I see. Well, it's going to have, I mean, so
There's going to be overhang on one side or another.
on one side or the other. And I think if it's flush towards, this is the player side. So if it's flush on the player side, that's, I mean, I'm thinking about, nobody's going to be barefoot using this, right?
No. Well, if they are, we've
They better
bigger
not be.
problems.
Adam doesn't show his grippers on stream.
Good.
Good point. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
No feet for free.
Yeah. Got to pay for those. I mean, we all pay for our feet in one way or the other. Wear good shoes, is what
Yes.
I'm saying. Yeah, I think that'll be fine.
Okay.
I think we'll do it like that. That's okay.
Even. Yeah, it'll look even on the lines.
Yeah.
The other
Okay,
way.
so screws. I got a couple. Let me drop a few in.
I'll see if I can find that other bag.
It's probably in, yeah, I was going to say, it's probably in that bag.
Ah, there it is. Easy.
You.
Clean things up as we go. Yeah, it's always a question of which side do you consider your star side, audience facing or player facing?
Well, my thought was, and I know we've talked about it before, but even with the stability and stuff, this side that faces can easily get covered, you know, even with just chroma if you need to, but like it can get transformed. It just, the goal really here was getting it operational ASAP with the understanding that between you and Alex, you would be able to kind of further customize it and add like cup holders and, you know, and then artwork can go on and decals and things. And so, yeah.
Geiger counters.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so we know how hot we're actually playing.
Yeah, just so you realize just how radioactive your play style is. Looking at you, Zangief. Woo! I'm kidding. I love a grappler. That's just a joke for Ben.
So I'm going to suggest that rather than screw from that side,
Turn it
we
over.
turn it again.
Yeah, I think
and
that's
then that
sensible.
way.
Let me move it. Oh, well, it seems pretty gripped now.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
Sorry, everybody.
Okie Fight Club and its Gorilla Grip Stick mount. I'm sorry. What happened? Push my balls.
This is a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
I'm digging this.
It sounds like science is being done. There we go. No messing around.
Yeah, well, that one just kind of got away from me, if I'm honest. Yeah.
Yeah, you're done there. All right, and then we're in position
Brace.
to put in the
Yep.
brace. Let's have a look at the sides there. Which one looks good-ish? Good-est. I think the other side.
Yeah, I think that. I mean,
That one's going to need a little bit of a touch-up spray.
some touch. Yeah, I mean, we knew that was going to happen. We really were behind the 8 ball here.
Yep.
So,
The,
you want to.
Yeah, let's actually do the quick measurement on this one. And I'll give you the drills
I mean,
here.
it's barely over the edge on both of these, so I think that's fine. I've got, yeah, if you want to measure from here, please.
Yeah, I really don't think we need to worry too much, but that's just, yeah, there we go.
About
20
44 and a little. Oh, I see.
25 centimeters. And
I
Yeah,
bet
25.
your
we're good.
I bet your apartment really has been smelling nice over the last couple days. Ian.
Every window
Yeah,
open.
I was gonna say, who wants to get high on paint fumes? Don't do it. It's not great.
No. Yes.
Kids, if you're gonna get high,
If one must.
don't use paint fumes.
Yeah, don't do paint. There are safer ways to do it.
I will let chat know the safety was, if not paramount, at least paramount plus.
Yeah.
In that I was wearing a mask for all of the sanding and painting
Yeah.
that went on.
Yeah, I saw that mask. It was a good mask.
Well, the first bit was the sealing of the MDF, which is
Oh God. Yeah.
a new technology that I was not aware of.
What, sealing the edges?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool.
If I hadn't done that, this would look, well,
Funny.
really terrible.
Oh, well then I'm glad you did it.
But a one-to-one solution of wood glue and water applied to the edges of
Okay.
the MDF.
You want to hand tighten this for
Certainly.
me?
Left to dry and then sanded after overnight. And that provides a smoother surface that is non-absorbent to paint, which is one of the biggest problems when working with MDF and painting.
Yeah. Eventually we'll probably get some T-molding, but
Yeah.
okay.
I
Wait,
first-
do you want to do the bottom of this up here first?
Yes. How did we-
for a
Upside
sec, I
down.
thought you
Yes.
said you sanded it
Just mind
overnight,
the cameras.
which is a lot of sanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully the sides of the MDF usually ready for paint.
Yeah. But the edges are the problem. Okay. Yeah, it's the same either way. I just had one of those moments. Oh, we're doing great. 2 hours to wire these?
Oh, great. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds about right, though, too.
Now, in the past on Tinker Tailor, Ben, the previous times you've come by, been looking at the kick harness for a arcade console, and that
Yeah,
kind of
for
stuff.
the Naomi and that whole Naomi rig. Yeah, Ian, do you want to talk about that at all?
A little bit. I was
here?
going to bring that up later, but maybe we'll talk about it a bit while we're.
I think once
Still assembling.
we are ready to assemble the top panels, or put the controls into the top panels, then let's start talking about that project, because that's years old. Good lord.
There's a big
Hey, everybody.
announcement to be made.
It's really
Ooh.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
But
any long-time Tinker Tailor viewers, might remember the Naomi project, which has sort
Yeah.
of gone through different
usually
iterations.
going through
So
a.
many. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been wearing these sticks for the past few years.
Okay, great. Getting there. Yeah, those sticks, because there were many reasons, but a lot of the Naomi stuff was about trying to get to some of those rare games that are only kind of in the Japanese market just for Naomi, or like didn't get to Dreamcast or weird things like that.
And the ones that, that just aren't emulatable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
it's
easily anyway.
yeah, it's an odd sort of
All right, if you would hand tighten for me.
technological era we find ourselves in, where emulating a lot of these systems is comparatively easy. You know, like a Raspberry Pi or whatever can mostly do it, but to actually get it like perfect, really accurate, isn't quite there. You to get the real feel of the original
Yeah.
system is not quite there, and so you have to go through. People have made the all sorts of ridiculously convoluted systems
Yeah.
with the field programmable gate arrays and all these things where you can buy like $1,000
Player facing.
Game Boy
Solid.
original Game Boy emulator
Right.
devices.
Well, right, there's like the Analog Pocket that like is a hardware emulator. Like it's still an emulator, but the difference is it's a system on a chip that they're modeling the original chips from Nintendo. So like
You're playing on essentially actual hardware.
essentially the hardware. I mean, we've seen that actually in the last decade in music technology, because there's always been kind of an obsession with like the classic analog synthesizers and voltage controlled oscillators instead of like digitally controlled stuff and all that. But truly, we've long since crested past the point where the software emulation sense are as good as, and in most cases better than, because you have much more power on your system to run kind of multiple instances of, say, a synth that would normally set you back $5,000.
Right.
So really, it's been amazing how far and how fast we've come, but we're not quite there. Yeah, as long as we're flush with the top, which I'm not here, so yeah, if you've got yours, then I'm good over here.
I'm just going to push it down a bit
Yeah.
there. Yeah, now we're good.
Cool.
Yeah, all those field programmable gate array systems, the Mister, the analog pocket.
Mr. Yeah.
It's
But the fact that you can get a knockoff generic, well, not even a knockoff, a generic emulation handheld that's able to emulate the Dreamcast at this point for
Yeah.
under $200. We're living in a very special time
Yeah,
right now.
it's pretty spectacular, I gotta say. Okay, so we just gotta flip it and do.
Oh my. Okay, this one I may have done an oopsie boingo on.
Oh, just the painting?
But, well, just in the sense that I painted the solid side and not the side with the holes. That's okay. I think if
Hold
you
on.
drill a screw through,
Yeah, that's
the
what I
other
was
side,
saying.
it'll
I think it's a pretty thin.
yeah, we just need to mark the point.
Got it.
Yeah, pop it through.
It is MDF after all.
And that'll get covered with.
Yeah, I
with
don't
the
think too
screw.
much about that. It's a pretty big screw head.
I mean, don't brag.
Boo.
Yeah, that's
Boo.
that's not worth it.
It's down here.
Oh God, thank you. I was worried. I was very worried.
Here, let's turn it
Yeah.
so that.
We want to turn it, or we want to? Yeah,
Rotate.
exactly.
Yeah,
Turn
yeah,
it
sorry.
on the Z-axis.
Can we go? There we go. I just want to make sure that side's on.
Yeah. U to the top.
Snug. All right. Got that. Looks good.
Yeah, feels good.
Good, Winston.
Hey.
All right. So that looks good.
We've made two
Pedestals.
pedestals.
Now it's time to put the wires in them. Okay.
we go.
Yep.
And yeah, I'll just go away for the moment.
Do, 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 do.
Are you all right?
Do, do, do.
Okay. Everyone remember that I've moved these screws over here
Yes.
for the moment.
I am going to tidy up the mess on the floor.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. Damn it.
Sorry.
Sorry.
All right.
Crushed my balls.
I suppose at this point we probably could work in parallel.
Yeah. No reason not to. You got the. Where did we put the blue?
Yeah, I
one?
got blue,
You
you
got
got-
blue. I got. All right. Great. Down.
Yes.
Helpfully. Okay. Chairs. We want chairs.
Yes, we're going to be sitting for the next little
All right.
little while.
Here's a lot of your push buttons.
Oh boy, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Step one, get them out
Joystick.
of
We'll get to
bags.
that. All right. Now here's the fun part. The buttons for the Okie Okie Fight Club. Paul, if you want to give me an overhead here.
Oh.
So they're metallic, but also they're based on the logo colors,
Right.
going from weak to medium to hard to three button all at once. Whoop, back that way.
That is sick.
Yeah. I just really wanted it to, look cool and feel cool for them because,
So
Look
shiny.
like candy.
yeah.
Yeah, that pops so good.
Okay,
So,
please do not lick the buttons.
yeah, you don't want to lick the buttons because people will have been touching the buttons constantly.
Yeah, one person gets to lick the buttons,
Yeah.
and that's it.
And that's whoever takes the sticker off the buttons first. But, you know, I'm not doing it.
There's only so much work that we as actual builders do. That's for the end user.
Yeah, okay, so I think this is the stuff I think for putting joysticks on.
Yep.
These are the Sanwa sticks.
Thank you.
Sorry, the 20th anniversary doesn't get the best sticks.
Oh no.
That's
If only there was some way I could swap
those
them out in the
out
future.
and customize them, just like the combo sticks. Oh wait, you can. All right, we don't need all that. Yes, great. This guy's out. Yeah, so that's the board I was talking about.
Yeah, let's show that off on the overhead as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
those are, I've used something similar, but I really like this one for the wiring that you've.
Yeah, so this guy, let's see, we'll turn it like that. And so you can see game control board. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, so this guy just has all these little quick connectors for everything, but it's got enough for 2 players entirely, and then it's just USB, you know, barn hat out to whatever, and easy peasy. So then, you know, there's this is going to be fun.
Oh, if you want to, just.
No, I was just noting the distance, the length of this between like, so you got 2 sticks that have to plug into it, and they're not long enough.
We may have some.
That's going to be funny. I mean, if it means we use 2 of these to get one of them operational, then we'll do that, and then.
We are going to make this work.
Yeah. But it came with wiring harnesses for all of the buttons, and they're generally like sets of 2 buttons in a go. So like, these are the 2 positive leads, and then you've got the daisy-chained ground for those 2 buttons. So it's just nice in that like all of this is together, and that's all easy as far as the wiring, instead of us like having to cut custom length and all fun stuff like that.
Yeah. I didn't bring my crimpers today, so we're out of luck there.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Like I said, even if we have to use 2 of them in one machine at the moment, we can do that.
Now that little USB connector board that you have there, how big would that kind of a thing have been in like an original arcade stick? Would that have been just like a giant nest of stuff?
Well, I mean, it mostly would have just been a wiring harness.
You've seen it before on Tinker Tailor.
Yeah.
Their very same wiring harness.
Yeah, because it's part of the Naomi setup with that whole thing. But basically, yeah, you just have, in the same way that these are kind of, like the grounds are always daisy chained because they just connect to your breadboard, not breadboard connector, but like the wafer board connector that JAMA harness would accept, or like even if it's a custom harness, they generally would be just all kind of wiring into that and getting power just to be able to tell whether or not the buttons have been toggled. Same for the joystick. The Japanese style, the Sanwa ones are nice because you get these little connectors, and it just has one connector for ground and then the 4 cardinal directions, because that's just the wiring standard for arcades. But yeah, you wouldn't have anything like this because it wouldn't be converting it to work with a computer. It'd just be going into the harness, and then anything else gets handled on the actual logic board of the arcade game itself.
Because of the modularity of the arcade industry early on, the arcade industry never really got into making matrices for their control inputs. And
Yeah.
it's left with each button gets its own signal.
Right, and eventually then like individual makers, I'm just going to drop these in with the screws on so that I don't mess up my colors, because the 2 reds are very
Yeah, it
close.
matters for you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for you. You got it easy. Yeah, no, it's very true. And that's why like Capcom developed the kick harness to have the 3 extra buttons for Street Fighter once they realized that making the game with the giant pads that you had to physically pound like with all your might to do a heavy attack was not great. But yeah, like
I do love the way like this old arcade cabinet were like almost custom built for every game.
Yeah.
I mean, at a certain, obviously they had components that swapped in and out, but the fact that like this particular game isn't like a thing that you slot in, it's actually like a literal motherboard, like a new
Yep.
big piece of motherboard that you stick.
Yeah, it was a real eye opener. It was great, honestly, Paul. Like to learn that about arcades and be like, you mean if I just find the board for what I want to play, I can put it in this machine, and all I have to do is like fix the control panel, basically. It's very exciting because yeah, you just go, oh, it's just wires and it's a power supply that like the switching power supplies. There were machines that I would open up and they literally had a PC power supply that they just spliced from, or in some cases they didn't even have to because it already had Molex connectors with the right like
It's the same
voltage
voltages that you
rails.
need.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, 12, 5
And
positive
3.
and 5 negative. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably don't need 3 for the arcade.
No, I don't think so.
And the idea that like an arcade system, an arcade game could then be translated into like a console game for the home market was a fairly innovative idea
Oh my God, yeah.
that took quite a while to kind of be like, well, there's no way a home console would be powerful enough to run an arcade
Yeah.
game.
Well, the first, I mean, somebody's, I think Miss PokeCat mentioned it in chat, maybe a couple other people. But yeah, the Neo Geo systems were one of the first ones to really lean into that hard, where the MVS system, like their arcade machines literally had cartridge slots in them.
Yeah.
Up to 6. 6 is the max they would have. And so the custom Neo Geo cabinets just had Neo Geo livery. So they were red and it said Neo Geo MVS arcade system. And then the marquees would have a light system that was tied to the game select so that it would cycle the light to illuminate the mini display to show you, oh, this game is the one that is currently selected on the cabinet. And then the home game, the home console is literally the same guts,
Just package it up nicely.
packaged up to look a little nicer, and then the wafer plug is different. So you'd have to get like an adapter basically to use arcade versions of the games in the home one, because they wanted to charge you like home prices for those games, which were pretty expensive. And eventually you could just, if it wasn't like say Windjammers, you could scoop up MVS cartridges for really cheap. But that was one of the first ones that really took off. I believe the Saturn system, there is an arcade system that is similar, but really the Dreamcast was the next big one I can think of, where it was, the big difference was the Dreamcast had more video RAM in the arcades, and in some cases just loaded faster because it was on a cartridge, not loading off the GD-ROM.
Unless they were loading off the GD-ROM.
Right.
Which is,
And so that provided the idea, the expectation of, oh, I can play Power Stone in the arcade and go home and play it exactly the same as the arcade because it's functionally the same hardware.
well, and on those specific cases, not only could you play the same exact game, you could sometimes take your save file from the arcade home.
That was more common in Japan because, like, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 used to had NetPlay in Japan, but didn't have it in North America because in Japan, geographically, it's such a small area compared to North America that you didn't have as much latency to deal with and all the other things, and so people could actually do some amount of fighting game matches online with, you know, crappy Dreamcast dial-up modems. But so MVC2 was designed so that you had to earn points from that kind of play and earn points from just playing against the computer, and also take your VMU to the arcade and earn points by playing the game in the arcade. And you needed all 3 types of points to unlock characters. The North American version, it was just play it a bunch and you earn points and you unlock characters. Because we didn't have that community and infrastructure to support all of those extra things.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah, that sort of communal thing of you know having to sort of go to the physical arcade. I mean, I guess it's almost sort of trying to replicate it in almost like sort of the Pokemon Go style stuff, where it's like you have to be here in order to get the special edition Pokemon or whatever. But
yeah, it definitely, it was a really cool idea, and I remember being pretty excited about it. But yeah, when we installed the MVC2 conversion kit into the big kind of fighting game cabinet we had in the arcade, yeah, the only way that it unlocked more characters and alternate colors for characters and like the new stages was just number of quarters. So we spent an afternoon where I just had my hand
Just tapping
jammed
there.
up it like I was trying to, like I was trying to help a farm animal give birth, just hitting, the coin lever over and over again.
The C spot.
I
Right.
should have known. I really just walked into that.
Hey, you set him up, and I will take the cheap and easy shots.
That is how this goes, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I-
Speaking of cheap and easy shots, could you?
Sorry. What happened? Crushed my balls.
Thank you.
There we go. Let's get ready to dry fit some bottom. All right.
I do remember reading about the rather Herculean task of converting. I think it was the original Mortal Kombat. The idea that like we can do this for Super Nintendo, like we can have it on Super Nintendo, and people are like, no, you can't. And they're like, we figured it out. We figured out how we can do it.
Yeah.
And it might not be like quite as amazing as it was in
You know what?
in arcades, but we can make
But
a
it was
version of Mortal Kombat, and people will that it will actually be comparable to the arcades, and that was like a huge deal.
Yeah, no, it was legit. Like the Super Nintendo, the only thing was because it was Nintendo, there was no blood.
Yeah,
It was sweat.
Yeah,
that
people
would
just
come off of them instead of blood, but it looks
knocked spit out of each other.
right, not spit. Yeah, not anything else. It looked like sand.
And apparently they actually regret that decision.
Well, good for them. But I mean, the funny thing about it, what I loved about it, was that Game Genies just had a straight up code that you could put in, and then it would be red. It would just change the color to red, and then you were done.
Yep.
Which was just my favorite kind of ridiculousness.
palette shift.
Yeah.
Okay. Buttons.
Yep. Well, I'm
In.
gonna do the thing. You guys there, so I can slot. Yeah. Sorry. I am taking slightly longer because.
No,
of-
that's all right. You're talking
and-
words too.
And also, again, the color.
So we do have a bit of an issue here with some of the buttons.
Yeah, so the 24 millimeter buttons, the screw types are not as deep as these, so they don't actually make it all the way through, which is a shame because they're really pretty.
You can see there.
Yeah,
So it gets through, but
right. But the
there's
thread
threads.
starts inside the MDF, basically.
Oh no.
So what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to grab a little bit of gaff tape
Yeah.
and see if I can friction fit these boys.
I think you can do it. I believe in you, Ian. In this case.
Yes, thank you. I wouldn't otherwise.
Well, it depends on the project.
Let's see, what's the one we have the most of? Yellow.
Lucinati, I haven't, honestly, Ian has tipped me off to some of the incredible, more recent things that people have done for arcade stuff. I haven't really been in the weeds in kind of the sort of modern arcade scene. I mean, I'm really out of like the fighting game scene too. Like my experience of like kind of my heyday of playing fighting games is very different from I think how it is now. Like now you definitely can have an online community. There are discords. I talked to a friend's son who is like in their 20s and is very into fighting games. Has it's a hitbox, right? When you have buttons instead of the joystick. But yeah, so and it was really cool to talk to someone and basically see that like there was fighting game community that was like like they'd found a supportive community where like people understood that like you have to lift up rookies and novices, because if you just go in just hard dunking on people constantly, you can't grow a community.
People don't
You
want to
just
come
turn them
back.
off immediately. Which is really cool, and that was part of my experience. Like when I was in college, the common areas had an arcade, and so there were regulars that I used to play fighting games with, and that was like the era of like, Mortal Kombat 3, Super Street Fighter was in there, Street Fighter Alpha. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. But that was that one, and then obviously the arcade cabinet. Ooh, that's very bright.
Bit too much.
Little. Did you overwrap, or is it a single wrap around it?
It's between 2 and 3.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how much it is.
Yeah. Even a little bit is probably enough friction to get it to stay.
I think
It's-
actually the 2.
It's one of those. It's almost like fighting game community like husbandry. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta
No, that's absolutely it.
let the grow. You can't just cut everything off. You gotta throw the little ones back so that they can grow up bigger.
I know. I'm gonna put him on blast, but fuck it, he's not here. I mean, that's one of the things that's been really cool about seeing Adam get into Street Fighter 6 is he genuinely wants people to understand how the mechanics work and how to improve, and it's just the coolest thing to see because it is. It's like you've got to be mindful about onboarding people and getting them over the hump because there's so much to learn in these, but like it's the payoff is so rewarding, and sometimes it's really hard. Like for me, it's hard to articulate why I loved it so much in kind of a more modern era where like the people you're playing with you don't see, you're not physically there, you're not. You kind of don't have the same psych game as being at the machine as someone else. Like I literally, one of the dudes who was a regular in the arcade was not at the community, not at the college, but like where I ran one, was really skilled, really amazingly good. I mean, he's put a lot of time into it, but also didn't shower and knew. And so you would have those times where it's like you just get the whiff, where it felt like, oh, did you like crank your arm up a little so that I would just get that blasted in my face while we're playing? But like there were things like that, or like in Third Strike I played Oro, and part of that was like, so I lived a lot of my life in Florida. You can see that like I'm kind of regressing into Florida man right now. But like. God, yeah, I used to play against people who would get really upset at Oro's grab, because if you do it in proximity where you're not like, grabs in Third Strike, like if you press a direction on the stick while you're grabbing, it's a different kind of grab. But his normal no directional grab is he leaps up and wraps his legs around your neck and squeezes.
Oh yeah.
And people get really upset about that, and so I would lean into that a lot of times because it'd throw people off their game, and that was a fun part of the sort of psych game of Street Fighter for me. Okay, those are all in. All right, so that
looks good.
That is what this looks like without the sticks. I'm very excited about this.
Very nice.
Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty.
So
So did you find?
with a 2-turn that gives you, it'll pop out if you push it, but you're only gonna, if you're
pushing down,
yeah.
so it shouldn't. Yeah.
And if you're pushing that button in the opposite
That's
direction,
fine.
something has gone
Yeah,
wrong.
so you'll alternate, and then I don't know if we want to put the blues like this or if we want to put them on the
I'm
outside.
thinking we keep it. Well, I mean, we can wire it up to however we want to.
It's really quick to change.
Those are like the start select buttons,
And
right?
You got
The-
it. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, those are the start select. So
So they're not under a heavy load, presumably.
there's like one particular type of character where like you really need that start button, and that's Dan Hibiki, because you taunt constantly when you're playing Dan, or you should anyway. That's the point. Yeah, see?
Strips for you.
Got the nice
Oh,
little
the
nice
marbling
reds.
on that.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just-
these blues were marbled, so I wanted to get a red that was marbled in a similar fashion as the blue for the player buttons, and then the selects just being these kind of generic sort of clear whites. But 24 millimeter, I had a lot fewer options than the full-size 30 millimeter buttons. I'll give you that back.
Yes.
And I'll let you. You know what? I'm just going to hand these to you to tape.
To wrap.
And then I'll get out the sticks and I'll start figuring out whether or not we've got any nasty surprises waiting for us there.
Yes.
Because it's possible. That's a good point, Snotty. Third Strike did have a whole taunt mechanism baked in for, it's been a while since I've like played it heavily with people and stuff. And there was a period of time where I was, thank you, where I was also a lab tech at Full Sail, and I was involved in helping them source arcade machines for their lobby and stuff. And we had a machine in the break room. So I got a lot of Third Strike in there with other guys who worked the lab and stuff like that. And that was a lot of fun. People definitely had their regulars, but people were, I mean, it was free play. So like people were more willing to take swings with their non-standard characters, which I found refreshing because I like to learn more characters. I like to mess around and kind of try the other stuff.
Yeah, there's a whole toy box to play with.
Yeah. You know, and if you just stick to whatever everyone tells you is, you know, S tier, it's just not, yeah. That's the thing. It took me a long time to figure that out just in games like Destiny, that like just because somebody whose career is functionally to make YouTube videos about the game feels like some item or weapon or whatever is not best in slot, it doesn't mean that it's not worth using, because most of those are made with the assumption that you have the skill and reflexes of someone in, say, their early 20s who is very good at the game, and that's just not true. And there are plenty of guns that, like, hey, maybe it doesn't do the absolute most possible damage it could, but it's way easier to use. It's way more fun for me.
Do you like the sound it makes?
Yeah, exactly. How are these? All right.
Yeah, you're all taped up.
Yeah, I know.
It's the Marie Kondo method of figuring out what your tier is. Does it spark joy?
Does
Yeah.
this combo spark
Thank you.
joy?
That's really good.
Does it
I
spark
mean,
damage?
that's it. Ultimately, how I try to approach it is like, am I enjoying this? No. Why am I doing it? Okay, that's a little snug.
Ooh, did I get too snug on you there?
Well, I mean, you can see some of the three rubbing off, so I'll try a different guy and see.
Yeah.
I mean, it just might also be that these don't have the same clearance that those do.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
having a lot more trouble than I am.
Uh-huh. Okay,
What's going on there?
let's see if I can get this guy in.
Thankfully, it's gaps.
You know what, Ian? I'm going to put the one-player, two-player on the outsides. That's just kind of how
That's how you roll.
that's kind of how I like this. Nope, Jesus. Nope, that guy is also kind of mashed. Sorry, Ian.
No, that's all right. You've got a much tighter board than I do.
Okay.
These two have been retaped for you. Oh, gotta get the.
I'm just moving it out of the way so I can read chat.
Read the
a little
chat,
better.
yeah.
And I mean, especially with modern fighting games and these kind of things. I mean, they're made by people who are huge fans of fighting games. So there's not. They know how to make a fighting game, and they're not going to make. There's not going to be characters that are just unplayable.
Right.
Or
Well, hopefully. I mean, if somebody does that in a modern game, that's just, you should know better by now and not do that in your game. Like, again, I feel like there are exceptions to be made. Dan Hibicki's a big one. When you put Dan in, the whole point of playing Dan is to give yourself a handicap because you're there to taunt and humiliate your opponent. Okay, let's see. While we're here, all right, I'll keep that.
Some washers.
Oh, thank you.
I think the one was on the top.
For those of you who know, obviously I'm changing out the restrictor plates while I'm here. For those of you who don't know, on arcade joysticks, this plate on the bottom here has a restrictor that changes how it feels. So you can see this is a four-way, right? So it's got corners here. And there are two other types that the combo come with. A circular that has no notches in it at all. And my personal preference, because I think it's easier for people to learn,
Enter the octagon.
octagonal. Yeah, enter the octagon. And that makes it way easier to hit your angles, and it makes it easier to learn things like the dragon punch motion, the quarter circle forward, all of that nonsense. Yeah. So that
Yeah,
is what I'm up to.
I
right
am
this
doing that
moment.
as well. And that,
Those are easier because
Yep.
you just have to snap
Pops
off.
right
Yeah,
off.
yeah. These are screwed, which is more stable, but
Now I'm just imagining various chaotic restrictor plates of all sorts of different shapes.
well, somebody here has a 3D printer, so it could happen.
yeah.
Like a star-shaped one.
Yeah,
Yeah. How would you? Yeah. What would you do on a restrictor plate to?
just a triangle.
Oh my God, Paul!
McDonald's, home, and
I
coffee.
didn't know
Those are
you
the
had
three
such
controls.
villainy inside you.
You didn't.
Triangular. Oh my God.
Semicircle, no back.
Mushroom
Oh,
shape.
in one direction.
Yup.
Yeah. But different.
Aggression only.
but different depending on which side you're on.
Yeah, that's
That's
even
pretty
worse.
terrible. Yeah.
I'm just gonna take.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
there
the
could
restrictor plate off.
there could be all sorts of interesting things about like dynamic like servos that actually like change the restrictor plate in for different for different games or for different situations.
That's
Oh.
yeah. Wow.
Like
You
that
don't-
thing that would switch out CDs and jukeboxes, but it's restricted.
Yeah, but it's your restrictor plate.
I really kind of like that.
Oh God.
And let's get ready to dry fit some bottom. All right. Ah, that's how you open these bags. They're. No, that's not.
I keep hearing Ian talk, but his lips don't move.
If anybody in this office were to become a ventriloquist, it would be Ian, I think.
Oh yeah.
Is there anyone more likely?
Well, that's the. I mean, doesn't Senor Wences have Ian in a box?
Literally does.
Yeah. Have you?
Pedro,
yeah.
I think is that guy's name.
Pedro. Yeah. So Senor Wences is a ventriloquist from back in the day. He showed up as a guest on the Muppet Show at one point. But you can, if you look up Senor Wences and look up Pedro, like clips of it on YouTube or whatever, you will find that he literally has Ian's head inside a box. It's terrifying.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it may predate your existence.
that
so,
that makes me slightly more upset.
yeah.
In the same way that Ian shows up often in as like a character select in random games that we've encountered.
Yep.
If I were to present a picture of them to camera, Paul, which camera?
Probably top down.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Here I come.
Right here.
Right there. There he is. That's
Wow.
our man.
That's our boy.
Upsetting. Yeah.
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 That's just me.
Ian's head in a box.
That just me. Well, I guess now I know how I die.
Yeah.
It's going to be
or
like that. in
where
the
you came
past.
from.
Yeah.
Maybe you sprouted a body at some
Yeah, it could be that just,
Yeah,
you
in,
escaped at some point and, yeah.
I kind of like having the.
May I ponder your orb?
What's his name?
Oh, yeah, of course.
yeah. In order to close the time loop, something very interesting will be happening at some point in the future.
This is my own Captain Pike timeline thing. Like, well, I know this happens to me at some point. I don't know when or why, but get ready.
You're going to see a box and just know, like, oh, now's my time. Bye, everybody.
Time to get in the box.
Oh, I took your orb. I'm sorry. I
That's
pondered,
okay.
I
You
pondered
just,
too hard.
Yeah, you just put it nearby and that'll be
It's a
fine.
fine orb you got there.
Shame if something
Thanks,
happened
hon.
to it.
Pretty nice
Yeah.
orb.
Yeah, it did sound like a threat, didn't it?
Just a little.
Be a shame if somebody pondered that orb.
Yeah, I was just, yeah, well, the thing that sprung into my mind is not an appropriate, joke to be made. Not that that has ever stopped anybody on this show before.
No. I believe there's a quote about it.
Okay, let's see. Where do I want? Oh, yeah. Okay. Do we have shorter guys, or they're all just long? It's okay if they're all just long.
Yeah,
Let's just.
the shorter guys stick up more, so I think that's.
Okay. Yeah.
And these are pretty smooth.
Yeah. We're going to. These are going to get changed at some point because
Yeah.
they have bits I would rather not see that you'll have to rest your hand on. But again, we'll get there. Yep. Just be mindful of where you're. Yeah, that's kind of how I was doing mine too. So that well, because it's either that or it goes towards the buttons. Again, I think we're just going to have to get some long. I mean, these are not hard to get, but we're just going to have to get some longer ones because it's a straight through, so it's not like there's any fancy wire.
This is going to be my excuse to get myself a, and I'm going to put another. Oh no, they're on metal, so we can just go straight to nut. Skip to nut step.
So this is the wiring the two players together because because it's a little bit wider spaced than it was.
Yeah, well, the kits are nice, but they're sort of assuming that you're kind of really in a very cramped space, I think. I mean, these are the most egregious offenses because they're so short. Like, I could use longer. But also, when you're building a custom fight stick or hitbox, you're usually working in a smaller space. So, like, I get they didn't want a lot of excess, but we kind of need it, and I did not anticipate that well.
This will be my excuse to buy a what is that? The J standard?
Oh, you mean like the crimper for custom lengths?
For that particular type of.
You know what? I did do that. I did that for Eurorack power cables because I couldn't get them to go long enough in my studio rack.
Oh, once you get a crimper for the type of cable you regularly need, your life changes.
Yeah, it's also dangerous because I made a lot of mistakes very quickly, and so there were all these like little snipped off bits of copper wire, in the carpet.
No, you got to be very careful where you do that. Yep.
Yeah, no, I immediately made mistakes.
I'm thinking just for expediency,
Yes,
and
sir.
because we're going to be swapping out these bolts in the future, we just do two in a cross formation.
I
think
hear
more?
you, but I'm going to tell you the joystick takes the most force, and it will immediately wiggle off.
You are the expert here.
Well, you're kind to say so. I've had some amount of experience with, but yeah.
We've got an Allen key handy to do the final tighten as
Okay,
well.
good,
We want to
yeah.
really get it in there.
Well, I figure once we get them on, we'll just, How are we on 1028? Okay, not bad. I think we'll get one ready. But yeah, knowing the cable issue, we won't have both completely, but we can at least put the top on.
Let's see how they play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've made good use of my DuPont crimpers for actually for this very project.
Oh,
On the other
Nice.
side, keeping things really nice and clean on the pin side.
yeah. Yeah, it's nice to have the ability to kind of custom cut your lengths. Yeah. Yeah, because I ran into that basically where it's like my studio rack I love, but I don't love having to navigate power requirements for Eurorack modules because makers don't really give you an accurate power draw. They sort of give you a like, this is the current, this is what it needs on these rails, but it's like, you need to have that overhead, and then you also have to assume that every power brick you have is giving you a rating that assumes optimal conditions, and
Yep.
so you're really at 80% of whatever the current is in your power brick. And the long and short of it is, there's enough stuff that's high current, that I had and whatnot that I had to get. I needed the custom cables because I had to do the math to separate which modules were getting power from which passive bus boards, which were connected into which of the two power bricks that power the power inlet to load balance properly. And that,
See, when you get that many
when you get in those
modules,
weeds, yeah, you kind of I've created more barriers than I've broken down as far as like the weird, noise stuff that I want to do. So, yeah, having to kind of navigate that was a real roadblock.
How much amperage does? Ah! Oh, that's cool. That's just
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, the whole thing just snaps clean off.
yeah, pops out.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I love the way Sanwa makes their sticks. I like these combos. They're nice. It's just not, after sort of my time of custom making stuff or whatever. Basically just, my laser focus went elsewhere for a long time. And again, part of that comes from the when you don't have regulars and that's kind of your experience. Yeah, you just kind of it's hard to adapt to kind of a new meta, so to speak, I guess.
Right.
Old dog, new tricks, etc.
Why did everything change?
Oh yeah. Sorry, the octagonal gate just feels so good.
That sounds smooth.
Yeah, well, these are pretty silent switches versus like the,
Oh yeah.
these guys are.
No, that's my style.
Yeah, my good old clicky shit. Yeah. Well, I know I mentioned this to you, Ian, but so most of the machines that I played on were American style or North American style. So it was hap controls. So they were those bat top sticks that were bigger and they had kind of the texture on the bat top. So like the joystick grip that I had was between these two fingers. And so this finger, my middle, I had this massive callus here from playing so much Street Fighter. Yeah, and that came from those sticks, but these ball tops are smooth and you don't have the same kind of, like you still can grip them in that way, but yeah, you don't shred up this part as much.
And you brought some stick extensions too as well.
I did. We've got those in the bag behind me, I think.
Just in terms of further easy customization.
Yeah, because like normally one of the things you do when you're installing like Japanese style sticks into a North American style plate, you use something like a bump plate, which is it replaces sort of that top plate that we mount onto and has this little bump in it so that it puts the joystick base closer to the surface of the control panel. But the other way to do it is to just use a little extension for the shaft so that you have the same amount of stick access and leverage as you would kind of, I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's as close as we're going to get with this, short of routing this out and installing a metal panel that this is affixed to. But we have those little guys somewhere around here.
I've got the blue ones over here.
And it's not blue, it's like a little, let's see, that's the other, that's it, those guys. Yeah.
On overhead.
Yeah.
Or
I think there are 2 packets of these, but yeah. Yeah, so these are the guys that I was talking about. So these little guys are threaded the same way that the Sanwa and the Kanba sticks are, and then you can actually use multiples if you need to. We have enough that we can use 2 for each if it's not tall enough, but yeah. So that was the way that we're navigating around, kind of being, oh, that's so satisfying. All right. I got to get to this other stick. Hey, wait a minute. How long is this cable?
probably long enough. Or probably not long enough.
I don't know. We're about to I mean, we'll find out soon.
I mean, you're lucky yours are connected on both sides. I got bare wire.
Oh my God, the ones that it came with?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, yeah, too bad we don't have a crimper.
Yeah.
I mean, you could splice it, I
Oh,
guess.
well, it's again with those things that'll get fixed
You know
in
what?
post. Oh, that'll work.
These definitely are long enough. Great. Yeah, okay, sure. I'll take it. Where's my, nope. Here's my octagon.
Physically locate the octagon.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forget the combo come with different
Ooh, yeah,
tension
extra
springs. That's a big thing. Learning the sort of spring tension you like. Because when I played Street Fighter in the arcade, before I started trying to, you know, run them or handle them myself, like, it was always machines that had the heavy tension springs in that had been worn down a little.
Broken in.
Yeah, exactly. And it made all the difference because, like, when I ordered my first sticks for an arcade machine, we got them and they were the loose spring, and so like the stick would just go everywhere, and that's the worst for a fighting game. You want it to have enough tension that like you feel like it goes where you want it to go, but it doesn't like wiggle everywhere as you do it, and that's really nice. But yeah, so like learning that I needed to basically like when I put in an order, it had to specify, give me the hard spring, was a real eye opener. And so it's really thrilling to me to know that Comba sells these sticks and they come by default with 3 different spring tensions for you to dial that in for yourself. Oh, sorry, I've got it.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm just wondering if I do need one. No, what I need is a
Oh, it's so lovely
nut
to see those.
breaker.
I love seeing those restrictor plates on the Sanwa
They
sticks.
look so good.
Yeah.
We're not going to get the blue sticks in yet today, but we can at least get the cover on.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think that's good to go. That's right, yeah. Yep. 37. I mean, at some point, I may need to step off and get some hydration from
That's
my
fair.
corpse.
We've been going for a while.
Well, we're a little over halfway now.
Yeah.
Is there any tea in this moon base?
I think so.
There
Oh,
sh-
yes.
There's there should be lots
There's
of.
tea in this spaceship.
You know what? Let's take it to 1:45, and then we'll have ourselves a short little break.
Okay,
We can
that
get up,
sounds good.
stretch our legs, swap our fluids, and come back with more Tinker Tailor Solder Fry.
Yeah.
Right, set it up. There we go.
Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if we'll actually use these guys or not. We'll see. I mean, I
Yeah.
got them for that one, but then obviously,
We'll
stick
see
length
how
and
it
stuff became
plays.
yeah. No, we definitely, these shafts have to be extended.
Extended,
You
absolutely.
should put one on each of them immediately.
Yep.
That's an absolute given. Okay, let's see. There we go. That's what I needed.
Maybe do this on air, but
The Repo Man, yes, they are. All of the buttons are the gravity. They're screw type gravity so that they would fit through here. I think I've got just a box back here, yeah. Yeah, it's just,
what makes them gravity?
it's
Or is
just
it just the brand
It's
name?
literally just the brand name
Okay.
of the button. Yeah, the brand name is Gravity Button. But these are the metallic ones, and yeah, again, for Oki, I got color coordinated, and we went with the metallic blue because it just, yeah, this is so. I am so excited with how this looks.
Once I get the, when I'm able to get these blue sticks in there too, that's going to be real slick.
All right, there we go.
Where's my other orb?
Your orb?
Blue orb.
Did it get away from you?
I don't.
Oh, the metallic blue orb? Was I
Yes.
messing with it? Yeah,
Yes, there
that's
it is.
why. Because I stole it, Ian.
Great. I'm about to get to the point where we can start
Oh,
wiring
connecting?
things up.
Yeah.
Actually, just going to cover that orb there while I continue to work on it, just to avoid damaging that beautiful shine. And let's get ready to dry fit some bottom.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just vain enough to enjoy hearing random words of my own voice out of nowhere.
I'm glad.
Careful saying that around Ben.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm glad, Ian, because do I have some bad news / good news for you?
About to be in trouble.
No, you already were in trouble. You just don't know how much worse it's got.
Yes. Stop the bears. Do you want to hear the beat?
The Pixel
Oh, I-
Savage,
I own one mic.
I do not believe
sure
he
we
knows
okay.
yet. Yes.
Oh, good. Good.
I have not said anything to him. The only person on that show that I have kind of teased anything to was our own Ben, Mr. Ulmer, because I saw him on the way out last night, but that's it. Yeah. I like to keep things under wraps until it's very close to being done because I'm so scatterbrained
Right.
that I can't guarantee that I will ever complete a project.
That was the wrong time for me to agree, but yeah, I understand the value of keeping things under wrap until a thing happens.
Ian, I am putting myself on blast. Like, you are welcome to join in when I do that. Like,
It's gotta keep you guessing.
this is going to be funny if I get paint on my shorts.
Oh.
And when I say funny, I mean,
Yeah, no, not at all funny.
funny haha, not funny ho-ho.
Right. And let's get ready to dry fit the right pitch. It is the same pitch. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. And where did number 2 go? It is.
Oops.
Right, because there's only the one? I think that. I think we might have just enough room.
Really? That would be outstanding.
Yeah. Oof.
Tight
Maybe
fit, but
tight fit.
yeah, try it.
We'll see.
They're on opposite ends, so I think it's doable, Ian.
This is a long shot, but do you happen to remember the pin order on these things? On these sticks?
Oh, as far as the orient, I mean, those plugs will only go in one way on the.
On the
See,
board
yeah,
side,
yeah.
but on the other side.
Oh, as far as player 1 versus player 2?
No, just in terms of which one's 5 and which one's ground. 5 volt, which one's ground. On the stick.
On the stick, I don't think it matters because it'll only plug into that one direction. Same for the thing here that you put on.
That goes both ways.
That one does?
Yep. That's why.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm not sure, honestly.
Yeah. I
Sorry.
was just wondering if you happen to know, but it's easy to fix. We just flip it over.
Yeah, we have to test it. That's kind of the
Yes.
whole point. Yeah, why would we have, pinouts and stuff?
Oh
Yeah.
my lord.
I mean, I can look it up in like my order
Yeah.
history to find it, which I could do on break, but
Probably do that. That,
Mm-hmm.
Ben, just fits.
I'll take it.
Yep, we're in. Okay, now comes the race. And by race, I mean slowly, methodically plugging in sticks and buttons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you first.
Yeah, step 1, detangle this mess.
Ooh, pardon me.
Let me tell you. Do not miss this part.
I'm just kind of hand tightening the nuts here.
That's fair. If you want to give them a little bit more tighten, there's you can hit the X on top.
I might let you.
Either way, it's
Yeah. I mean, they're in, which is kind of
that's
what I
the
needed.
important. That's all they need to be.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, so these are just sets of
That's
singular
very
buttons,
satisfying. Okay.
except for this one. I think this one has.
Did you put a single extender on those guys?
I did.
Okay.
Let me see what that looks like. Or
Would you hand me the 2 red ball tops?
absolutely.
These are metallic. Well, I don't really have metallic for that's right. So
But you've got all these other ones.
yeah, give me the marbled red ones.
Yes.
Actually, no, it's okie dokie. So give me that sort of salmon one.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll look good. There we go.
Oh my God, Tempest. Tempest. Oh God, it's so analog. It's such an old machine. I was on the Nerd Boat one year when they had like a curated arcade on, and they had Tempest, and the power, the current on a cruise ship is so
Variable.
not stable that Tempest basically wouldn't run unless we were docked. Because it just, the power fluctuations were too much for that old analog machine. Okay, I don't know if that's, I think this might be enough to get us there. And if not, I'll add more, but it looks like the right height. Yeah. That seems pretty good, right?
That looks good to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
I would be. I
What
would
did
be
I, oh,
happy
I'm
to.
stepping on a spring. Oops.
Are these built to be 2-player boards?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are enough plugs. I counted. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, definitely looking at the. Okay.
Yeah. The shortness always throws me, but you know. The missile command trackball, the true missile command trackball, is enormous. If you ever find like an original, as opposed to like a conversion kit or whatever, like it genuinely is a monstrosity of a trackball, and you can clip your fingers in it.
Dangerous. Oh, but we are.
Oh,
past
should we?
our
We were gonna.
break mark.
We didn't even take a break, did we?
No. So if anyone would like to get up, stretch your legs, swap your fluids, we're going to take a very short break to do what we need to do, and we'll be back with more of this arcade wiring in just a few minutes. Don't go all the way away.
We'll be.
Welcome back to Tinker Tailor Soldier Fry here on the 20th anniversary Sub-a-thon of Loading Ready Run. We got Ben Swall in the room with me here today, and we are putting together arcade machines. Well, at least
Control
panels. Yeah. For pedestal cabinets that are not cabinets but are pedestals.
Thanks, Ian.
You're welcome. Oh my God! Yes, Molly's in the room as well. I didn't.
I was wondering when you were going to get to that. Hi, Molly.
I thought you were still out in the friend zone.
Hello, everybody. I'm here in the background making
Yes.
sounds.
Hey.
I'll be down
doing
here.
audio
but the cables are
crimes.
too short, yeah.
What you got going on these days, Molly?
I'm glad you asked, Ian. I'm preparing for my first feature set. I'm working on my Asian squat right this moment.
Solid.
I'm playing my first post-COVID set in Seattle on November 2nd, and I would love to see some lure folk because I've also missed a lot of PAXs lately. So if you're in Seattle or if you have friends in Seattle, please tell them to come to my show
Please.
Yeah.
November 2nd.
Where's that show?
at Fremont Abbey. It used to be a church, but it's not anymore. Take that.
Tickets at the door or beforehand?
Both.
Okay, great. Love it.
Yeah. And now, back to orb pondering.
Yeah, we've got our orbs inverted here for the to get access to the backside.
Well, for the wiring business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least part of the wiring business until we realize we need longer cables for everything. Dur, 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 dur.
More games need to have that like. Did-a-dee-dee.
You
Yeah.
did. Not great success. Just you did. Okay.
You found a thing in that in that treasure chest. Oh, it's nothing.
Nope.
Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Stark. How you doing?
I'm doing terrifically, but better than you might think after
Sorry, Graham.
after last.
The usual.
Microphone
Yeah.
not on.
Oh, whoops. Yeah. I thought it.
Hold up. I thought it was on. My bad.
Oops.
Better than you might think
that-
after getting up.
Whatever batteries you put in are not.
Just aren't. So here's the upsetting thing, Ben, is that it's close enough to get to the center, but this extra joystick is just not enough to get.
Not quite
to
getting
it,
there
yeah.
because it's in, of course.
So we'll get player one, but
Yeah, well, I mean, we roll with it as we can, Ian.
exactly. Ever forward, spite, etc.
Hey, Graham.
Hi. What I was trying to say was better than you might expect after getting up for the 6 a.m. stream yesterday and then playing Heroes of Barcadia.
Oh, yes.
But we did it with PBR, so it was not particularly.
So it didn't murder you?
yeah,
Yeah.
I had one on your way. Well, you were on your way out. Didn't affect my driving one bit.
Yeah, I was going to say you were up
Well,
quite late last night.
Yeah, that affected the driving quite a bit.
Yeah. I was going to say, will that hold up in the highlights again? Yeah.
Sorry. Did I just apologize to myself?
You sure did. Yeah, Graham.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
So that's Okie style.
Yeah.
And
And the sticks.
Wow. Oh gosh, they're so cool.
And then the
This is God. Both
For
of these are so.
for sanitary purposes, we have to leave the little baggies on
Yes,
top
yeah,
of
yeah,
the.
yeah, yeah.
they're just so,
Ooh, the clickies.
so touchable.
yeah. Yeah, those are so
They're different.
They're different sticks. So the 20th anniversary are Sanwa sticks, which are clicky. The buttons are all the same. Oki Oki is all Konba, so it's all the same stuff that Adam has in his fight stick.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
so it's
so
pretty
cool.
much exactly the same bits that are in there. Yeah. Just the spring tension might be different, but these sticks come with different springs, so you can adjust your tension as needed.
Can't adjust.
So yeah, we're just kind of getting the wiring in now.
Wait, hold them aloft again.
Oh, what
Sorry,
like?
chat, I'm getting it. Yeah. Perf. Thank you.
Speaking of the sample, Ian, are you aware of what was being sampled during the Destiny raid?
Oh no, not during the Destiny raid.
So,
Oh yeah, sorry.
because it was the installation of the washlet,
Yep.
then directly into
Into the raid.
Into the raid. right?
Oh no.
So, as well as occasionally just deploying that wizard came from the moon at opportune moments.
As one does.
Also was the sound of you sitting on your own balls.
Yes, that one I did.
yep.
Yes, yes.
But he didn't tell us that's what it was
Oh.
until the end of the night.
Yeah.
So just occasionally there would just be this, oh!
Yeah. Just somebody would get, like Graham would get wasted, and then I would just play. And, yeah. Yep, that. Yeah, exactly
one?
that. Yeah.
Oh, let's review the videotape.
Yeah, that's the sound that I make when I.
Your soul is leaving your body?
Yeah.
It's a kind of ecstasy.
Speaking of sampling, 1 second.
Oh, no.
No.
I'm a little afraid, but I mean, not that afraid. These did not.
No, this is, I got something for you, Ben.
Oh, no.
I got it at an Oxfam in Chichester.
Uh-oh.
Brought it back from England. It's rude to give gifts with qualifications, but if you digitize this, I would really love a copy. This is go.
Oh, my God.
Show it on the
Go,
overhead.
oh yeah. That's why I want chat to be able to see this. That's why I'm showing it. Go Moog, smash
Moog.
hit synthesizer style, played on the Moog synthesizer by Electric Coconut.
Oh, boy.
Jeepster.
Oh, yeah.
It's got popcorn and 11 other songs I've never heard of.
Hey, back
Oh my
off, Boogaloo.
goodness. Wow, yeah. Well, isn't there a turntable here?
There is actually, yeah.
Oh.
Honestly, yeah, if I can just get audio feed from that turntable, I can pretty much start sampling
all
it.
get to hear
Yeah,
that.
it doesn't take much, and I'm really sorry about what I'll do to it, I'm sure.
Excellent.
There you are.
Yeah, spotted this in, like I said, in the Oxfam and Chichester.
Yeah.
It's from 1973,
Oh my God.
and I was like, yes, this is yes.
Well, that's
Yep.
the golden age of novelty records.
Yeah, this is coming back with us and going to Ben.
Oh, yes.
Pepper Slappin says, Moog exploitation is one of my favorite genres.
Yep.
Well, I think this one's just about ready to just kind of wedge itself into the top of that panel.
Yeah, do it,
because
Ian.
we're not
I'm gonna-
we're not getting two players on one stick, but that's
No.
okay.
That's all right. We'll have one and one for the moment.
And then
That'll be
I can
enough.
start wiring up part 2 for the
Yeah.
last hour here.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to get to like testing, I'll finish plugging this one in while you
Perfect.
get that in a cabinet. And speaking of, do you want to start talking about the Naomi thing?
I was gonna do that as soon as I just get that get this plugged in the board,
Great.
because that's what I'll be working on in just a second.
Should those other buttons be plugged into anything?
They will be plugged in once we get long
day.
enough wires.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the problem.
I'm just here to be that idiot.
No, it's all good.
Valid,
Please.
valid questions.
You are
because
welcome to ask questions. You just got here, and yeah, we've been staring at this stuff forever.
I
but
wasn't even
you
supposed
are.
to.
It was too late for me to ask questions, Graham, so
Well, no.
sound off.
Do you need a hand?
No, we're good. Thank you.
All right. Here, I'll.
Because I'm gonna pull that back in behind the table there.
I think Graham
Oh,
is
okay,
just
good.
excited to use the machine, Ian.
Oh yeah, you should be. It's just like a real arcade. At home. All right, so long-term fans of Loading Ready Run and Tinker Tailor Solder Fry in particular will remember that we have worked on a Sega Naomi provided for the program by yours, well, his truly. And it's been a long-term project trying to get this working. Initially, it was just the arcade cabinet itself, the JVS interface, and a set of PC fight sticks. Whoops.
It's all good.
And the reason we use those is because they're easy to rewire into something that can hook up to an arcade, which led to a number of episodes of us dewiring, hooking things up to HDMI blocks so that we could use those cables as a way of transferring the information from the sticks to the machine. And then a pandemic happened, and we stopped kind of working on a lot of stuff. But not everything stopped. There were people on the internet working on some interesting software that would allow us to finish the Naomi, in my opinion, at this point. Remember, you told me that this port here,
The USB.
it looks like a USB port.
But they don't actually send USB
It's
through.
not a USB. No.
Yeah.
But this is the port that connects to the Sega JVS system, which then busts out into all these wires through the JAMA harness. The way that the Naomi talks to the JVS input system is via serial, specifically RS422 serial. And if you're smart, you can sniff all the packets and figure out how it's communicating. And then you don't need to have everything wired up. You can just create this unholy USB-A to USB-A cable.
So hateful.
Yep. But what that allows you to do is when you run the software, open JVS, it will translate any USB stick or Bluetooth stick, if you're running it on a system, into controls for an arcade. And so that's what we're going to do, is we're going to hook up the Naomi with this little Raspberry Pi, and then we're going to hook up not these sticks, but these sticks, and have some arcade action on some actual arcade hardware.
I love that 10th Tech Priest's response to that USB cable was just crime.
Yep.
Yep,
Don't
not
worry.
wrong.
Don't worry. There is logic in the middle of it.
I thought they didn't make those cables.
Do not ask me to make one for you. I will not make this, and you will die the whole time trying. This is some egregious warning. Okay, that just goes on otherwise. So, we're going to hook up the power from the power supply. This is all pretty standard stuff, but we'll do it anyways. We're going to hook up the Raspberry Pi to the pins here on 5-volt out, so that the Naomi itself can power the Raspberry Pi. Keep it in the box just for grounding reasons for the moment. We're going to go network out from the Pi into the net dim.
Oh yeah, did you get a chance to do the thing you needed to do on that?
Or
do you have to?
We'll see in a second. Once it boots
Okay,
up.
great. Good stuff.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, I was looking at these as far as like how these are done, and the shield.
Mm-hmm.
The shield goes up to protect the pins,
Ah,
so
that's
that's
good.
the correct orientation on this. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find out very quickly, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So let's get that in there. Net dim's locked in.
Yeah. So those are all. This is our other breadboard, right?
Yeah. I even took the time to make a nice little cable for connecting Dreamcasts for the VMU and for keyboards directly to the board. We won't need that right now.
Okay, ground goes there.
Over here. Okay, so from here, we're going to take the illegal cable. Serial side is going to go into the Raspberry Pi. And
Connect. Yep. Okay.
USB out the back door of the breakout. That just plugs into this USB slot. And now it's smart. Let me just
Fun
grab
figuring
some
these out.
cables.
Oh yeah, right. Once you get it booted in, can you go into like on the Naomi? I mean, can you if you
Service
go into
test?
this? Yeah, the service, so we can test the different buttons. That way we can unplug these and swap them
That
around.
was my plan.
Great.
Yeah, I don't want to try game. That makes no
Yeah.
sense.
But these are all right. All my wires are in here. Yeah, these are too short to reach over there, but we'll be able to get one set. All right. I'm actually going to unplug that from this.
I'm going to plug the If there's anyone watching who knows the moon base, can I have an RCA to mini jack cable?
RCA?
RCA to, yeah, 3.5 mil.
Just a like mono, or does it matter if it's stereo?
Preferably stereo, but it doesn't.
Oh, yeah,
matter
I got
for
you.
Display. Thank you. That's the one cable I. No, wait, I did have it. Never.
Okay, great.
Wait, no, I do need it. This is just RCA to RCA.
Okay.
That's my problem. So you'll note I actually have a second serial port adapter here, which is currently got the breadboard Molex or DuPont connectors on it. And that's because there's another serial header on the Naomi here. And one of the things that the Naomi did that was interesting as an arcade system is it allowed for, thank you,
Of course.
what do you call them? It allowed for cards, NFC cards, to be usable in games like Initial D, where you shove your card in and it would print out the new information and it would save your game on there. I don't have one of those, but the system software I'm using that runs the Raspberry Pi does have the ability to emulate those card readers, writers, and whatnot, and it's done through the RS-232. So that's something, that's a project for later when I actually get interested in playing Initial D. But for now, courage.
I'm not going to fully pop this in because, you know, it's a friction fit before we screw it in, but
I'm going
I'm just
to
gonna-
move the Naomi down to the floor here
yeah,
as well. We don't
you
need
can
to
see
that.
all the guts through there, but yeah. That feels like a good height to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is very satisfying.
All right. Let's booting. Set that down on the ground.
Oh, that's a little.
Maybe I'll set that down on
Yeah,
the...
maybe. Maybe you want to put it on the chair? Ian?
That's
I'm not
probably
sitting
a
on
good
this
idea.
chair
Yeah,
anymore.
let's do that.
There. That way I can give this a little rotation and there.
Okay. It's not making the noise.
Is it plugged in?
Yes.
There's some kind of problem. Okay.
It's finicky.
Yeah, I'll let you do
Let's
that. I'm
try
going to
that
tidy up
without
some of
that
this other
first,
stuff
please.
in the workspace while we.
There we go.
Hey!
And then Naomi goes. That goes there. Nope, other way down maybe. Like so. There we go. Everyone's happy booting. And device connected to HDMI 1. Well, show me HDMI 1.
Show me potato salad.
Searching for signal. Hold up. Hold.
Stay on target. Boo.
Oh no. No, that should be fine. I was just trying to think of what the output is on these things. And
The Tinker Tailor way.
Okay. And let's get ready
Is it
to
not
this.
detecting the HDMI signal on this particular
Yeah.
bad boy?
Let's unplug that and plug that
Yeah,
back
I
in
don't
here.
know what your last one was.
Yeah, we may need to find. Oh, there we are! Yes!
Hey!
Got him.
Checking network.
Yeah, you check that network.
Yup.
We'll just pretend like it's a real network, Naomi. It's definitely a real network.
So now I just need to log into that Pi here, which has its own little network at the moment. We'll eventually get it onto the Moonbase network once we get there. But my Pi NetBooter, Sega rocks.
Sega. Yeah.
So right now the Raspberry Pi is pretending to be the Naomi's network connection.
Correct.
It's a little low for people of our stature, but this is a very good height if you have stools to sit at. And if you come look, Graham. Yeah, of course.
I took my mic off.
Yeah, no worries. But if you look, you see you've got space basically for your knees to kind of be under it while you're at a stool. Yeah, I mean,
I have video games.
Very good.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, that's all, yeah. No, you're welcome to. If you want to peel them off the 20th anniversary, I mean, you peel them off whichever. But yeah. Somebody's got to do it. I'm just not doing it. I don't need to inaugurate it.
48.1. Please stand by.
Of course. Definitely troubleshooting networking
Yep.
problems.
Don't worry about anything. Everything is fine. I'm fine. How are you? Yeah, the Pi is working. I just need to remember what address it is I need to go on the Pi, which means I got to go back to the real internet for a second. Okay.
Oh, right. I do know how to identify that now.
Good.
I can do that on your. After looking at these, that's all.
Oh, okay, no problem. Instruction manual, thank you. Sega Chihiro Naomi Triforce Manual.
Yeah, Ian, I think you had these backwards.
Oh, did
I could be wrong, but based on where the ground is on the Conva versus this one, I'm gonna.
Thank you for taking care of that.
I mean, if it's wrong, it's wrong. You know, it's just how it do.
It's an easy fix, one way or another.
Yep.
All right, I think I found my friend.
I think that's fine.
Give me potato salad. Hey. Let's see here. Where's the game that I'm thinking of here? Starts with that one. There we go. Let's just... No, don't turn that on. Go to options. Setup. There we go. Edit game list. I will just have a look and turn the one off that doesn't work. QR. There we go. How does it feel on that side? How does, yeah.
Pretty good, honestly. I mean, better once that's screwed in. And these are not bad. I'm sure after you fiddle a little bit, you will be inclined to add more stability to the thing, but it's pretty solid.
Right. Okay. No, that just tells me what controls are optional. We're going to need to set up some controls here. So we're going to go in. I have now entered the setup menu for the Raspberry Pi section here.
All right, great.
So let's move our cap. Do we want to get rid of this table?
What about?
This table?
Well, we might be done with the table now.
Yeah, I think we are.
I'm just kind of tidying up some
Yeah.
bits and bobs. Yeah. Yep, same deal.
There we go.
So
oh, yeah.
based on yours, the shield goes on the top,
top.
which means the ground is the bottom one. Yeah. So I switch. So it's
you
aligned correctly
got
now.
it right.
So we know. Possibly. And I'm just kind of tucking away.
Just
all
throwing
my
things.
straight- Don't forget your
Oh,
Allen
thank you.
key.
That goes with those there.
Oh, it goes in this.
Yeah, well, yeah,
All right.
just keep them on the thing there for the moment. We're going to test your stick too, right?
Yeah, we should test both of them.
Great. I would
And then we
suggest-
can secure them and have at least one working on each until we get long enough wires for player 2.
Great. I would suggest to get your USB port plugged in on that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're going to need to map some controls.
Yeah, well, that's why I wanted to see the thing before we screwed it in. So if I go, oh, this is the wrong one, we can really easily sort of swap them around if they're in the right spots.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just going to fold
Yeah,
this
yeah.
table up and get it out of here.
Okay. Do you need a hand with that, or you got it?
Got it. Perfectly fine.
Okay.
Cleaning up while on air. What better way?
What a novelty.
Okay, I'm just going to take this out of here and put it to the side for a moment. Safe. All right.
Yes, you guys are all too far away.
Right in here. Okay, where's my USB cable?
What is it? It's CY-2219 game control board. SJ at JX is the type. Yeah. Let's see.
Sorry.
Oh, so the red, Ian, before you plug that in, hold on. Yeah.
Before we plug it in,
Did you already plug it in?
it has been plugged in.
It's probably fine. I'm just looking at the reds are like 5-volt. Like you don't need to be in those.
No, no, those ones
This
weren't
is this first set. I think is controls.
That's where we were.
Great.
We've got no more preview on the monitor here in the room.
Go. Okay.
It got switched over to YouTube, just so we're all aware.
All right. That's a good heads up.
Paul,
Okay.
can you see see my phone via the overhead?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, good. Just wanted to make sure that was in there. So yeah, we're going to get in here and we're going to go into the OpenJVS configuration
Okay.
and we're going to scan and configure devices. And would you look at that? Shanwan gamepad.
Hey.
Let's configure. I think I used left, right?
You should have used the left side because that's the one where the buttons are close enough to fit.
Yeah. Okay, and I believe I just need to push a button to make it work. Yep, it's loading.
Okay. That's
Loading.
a good sign.
Stand by.
Standing by.
We may need to restart here.
The Naomi or the?
The Pi.
Oh wait. Oh good. Yeah.
Okay, press any command to begin. So let's go with start.
Start. Did you wire start to the back there? Oh, I see. Start select. Wait, what?
Okay, it might just be that this doesn't like being on
I
an
understand. Oh,
on an
God.
iPad
Okay.
or iPod. It may just be that this doesn't like being on a phone to do the configuration.
Oh, well, that's.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Stop. Yeah, so we got.
Okay, so that doesn't. Yeah, no, I mean, usually in the actual Naomi, you can go to a service menu without.
Yeah, the trouble is
You have
need,
to do a different
you've
thing
got
for your-
you've got to configure the first.
Oh, sure, for the pass through. Okay, well.
Yeah, so let's
I don't know about that one, Ian, but
no.
let me get my USB cable.
I'm gonna go see if we got a quick laptop I can borrow here. Hi. Anyone got a laptop handy? Sorry. Great. All right.
How's it going, chat? Yeah, it is actually a Naomi 2. I think Ian mentioned it. That's what the gray. They kind of did a version with boosted video RAM, I think. There's some other stuff. I don't remember all the details on the Naomi 2, but the big deal is that it's got the network adapter, which allows Ian to load images using the Raspberry Pi and all that fun stuff. But it is true arcade hardware, so anything that was a Naomi original that is loaded on it should be mostly one-to-one with the arcade, just with the added bonus of whatever latency is on this television. Whoop. We've lost our Ian.
Hey, I found a real computer.
Hey, great.
You can all thank Jordan for helping us out here.
Oh, did Jordan bring a laptop? Bless. That's so helpful. Thank you, Jordan.
And we're going to net. Sorry. What happened? Crushed my balls. All right. Setup. Open JVS configuration. Scan and configure devices. We've got that. Configure this device. Press any key input to begin.
You having a problem there?
It's not being seen.
Plugged in. Okay. Let's see, what is...
I could recognize that it exists, but
My
yeah.
friend, may I take
You
this off for a
absolutely
moment
may.
and just look at how you've wired this? It's getting power. That's a good
Yep.
sign.
That's always good.
Okay, first off, so we've got this. Let me check.
Bottom.
These are all plugged in. We've got both of these plugged in. I don't need this plugged in right now because it's for the other player. This guy, I think actually the way this is laid out is like each button is, each of these things is like the same button for both players. Because it's labeled where like one is start, one select, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
no.
Like I'm worried that this is just supposed to be an Xbox controller.
No,
for a single button.
it will work with a PC just fine. It's just, yeah. May I
Yeah,
power
no,
cycle?
Do whatever you will. I'm gonna refresh that. And go ahead.
Definitely gets power, so that's
It's
something.
there.
Yeah. Let me get. You want to move your phone before
Yes,
I dump
thank
it on
you.
the floor?
Yeah. Just push any button. There we go. It probably just needed to be reset.
Maybe
Okay.
Power cycle probably did it.
Yeah. So now I'm just going to need to start the
Your
the thing
config.
again.
Yeah.
Now it's. See, now the buttons aren't doing anything.
Oh, it was working and now they're not.
Yeah. Yep. There's something about it being lifted. Oh my gosh. Did I just see it go on and off?
Maybe that's what it is. It got loose. I do think we need to affix it to keep it from.
Yes.
But here, you've got. Check your screen now. You getting anything?
Light just went out.
Oh, wow.
And then the light goes on. Light goes off, light goes on.
Oh, is that just a? Is that control? That jack might be loose, huh?
There might be something up with this. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's try the other
Yep,
one.
I think that's the key.
Here, and we'll. Yeah. If we have to get another one of those things, those are at least cheap.
Yes. I'll just
You're good. I got a cable right here.
unplug this one though.
Does it matter which port?
No, any port's fine. Just need to wait for the configuration to complete.
Now it could be. I mean, I can't imagine it's something like there's not enough current coming to it from that. But okay, it's plugged in. I'm gonna peek instead of because this is sort of friction. Yeah, it's there. All right.
We're getting down to button J. So just so you're aware, the way that this this configuration works is it's going to ask you to push whatever button you want, starting with test,
okay.
going down a list.
But does it? All right. Are we ready for me to do that?
Not just yet. I will let you know.
Okay.
It's going through, finishing up on push input for accelerator, controller analog R. Push
Okay.
input for brakes.
Oh boy.
Press input for analog joystick T. Return to device scan.
Now,
Okay, so-
I did see the light on this one go off when I press a button and then come back on, but I don't think it stops working.
Yeah, I've
think it's
seen.
just-
It is seen.
That's good.
But I do need to. I think delete the config file for it.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Manage mapping files. Nope, that's
Well,
not
while
it.
you're doing that,
Please.
because this is not connected, so I'm not messing with it.
Manage device files. There we go. And this is the Chanois. Delete.
Just had it. There we go.
Delete.
Yeah, good. Doesn't hit the edge. Great.
All right, we are just about ready to begin configuration once again. No, do not import CVS. Okay, so the first ones are test and start, so you don't need to worry about those, but I'll let you watch the process as it goes along here.
Okay.
So it's going to ask for any sort of input to
Press
start.
any input.
There we go.
Oh no.
Uh, well, we can-
is it tilt button,
Fix that.
coin button. Not really worried about that.
Nope.
Okay. Start button.
A
Service button. I guess
Don't bother
that's
with
fine.
it.
Joystick up. Nope.
Huh?
Cool. Wonder why. Maybe I have it backwards. I don't think I have it
I
backwards.
don't think you have it backwards.
Cute.
Okay,
Controller
you know
left
what?
button. Yeah, that's a whole lot of.
Let's.
Might be expecting an analog joystick there too.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I don't know.
definitely
Okay.
looking for a start. Let's try flipping the switch on that analog, or flipping
Oh, flipping the.
the polarity. Let's reverse the polarity.
What could go wrong? I don't think it's that way, but
I don't think you're so either, but oh, maybe it can't even on those.
no, I just gotta.
We're here.
No, it definitely can't go the other way.
Yeah,
So this is
okay.
the correct orientation. Yeah. Because it's on. Yeah, I mean, I definitely see it recognized.
And it's the
Yeah, it just, the light turns off when you press stuff and then comes back on, and I don't know if that's, like,
well, these have been constructed.
yeah, well,
Uh,
I mean, what about, I mean, can we just plug them into, like, a machine?
A computer?
Like a computer that has some games on it?
That could
Let's try that
work.
instead of the, I love this, and I know your other sticks work with the Naomi, so
Yep.
we can just plug those in, but
But yeah, we want to
This
get
is
these
the-
working
yeah.
here first. You know what? This is the one and only time we're able to do this. Let's take this to Studio A.
All right.
And let's get ready to dry fit some.
Chat, Adam doesn't know about these yet, so please don't rat it out until he
say
gets
anything.
here.
Thank you. Your computer is resting on the floor in Studio A if you want to retrieve it, but I'll bring it back to you. Sorry. What happened? Crushed my balls. All right, so let's plug this in here. Let's get some audio in the room. Hey, what's up, nerds? Hold on. Studio. Hi, everyone. We are here in Studio A with the joysticks and
I'm going to move this. We'll start with one and then
So your lapel mics do not work in here.
Good point. So we'll need to project and also use these microphones.
All right, I'm just muting this so I don't. Okay, great. Oh, yep. Hi, that's definitely at the wrong. Hey, what's up?
Okay, so we got it. And it disappeared. Okay. Whatever's happening, something is shorting it.
Yeah.
That it's because button, shorts,
Yeah, they all seem to short. I don't know why.
short.
That's very curious.
You know what?
I mean, it definitely identifies it. So what?
I am 100% now certain that these are not supposed to be daisy chained.
What do you, oh, the grounds?
That each
One is
wire
supposed to have its own.
one button per wire and per plug.
You think?
I'm
What makes you say that? I guess is what I'm.
is that actually, and here's the test for that, because I wired them each their own. So if this button works,
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. That one works fine.
Okay.
When I hit that one, it resets.
Yep. So the top ones should work.
Nope.
Or the bottom
Bottom?
one will work. Yeah,
That
bottom will
works.
work, top resets. Bottom will work, top resets.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
have to single ground for each.
Single signal pin, I think, for each. And ground, honestly.
Yeah. So Oh, I understand. Yeah. Okay. A little messier, but we've got this because we've got stuff over here. So yeah. Okay.
So let's quickly do this.
Oh God. Quick disconnect. Why?
This is the best episode of Tinker Tailor ever. So just for
It's not that bad.
yellow was the one that seemed to be working. So let's keep yellow the one that's connected.
The bottom ones?
Yeah.
On those? Oh, was it the same way on these guys? Yeah, yellow works. Yeah. Okay.
So disconnect everything red.
All right, these I'm pushing out. I'll leave you to that.
Thanks.
I was just kind of going for extra. All right, I'm gonna have to do it on this one, so let me do it.
Yeah, both of them, they're going to need it. And
How fast can we get it done?
I mean, we're not speed rounding. We've got 20
No.
minutes. Do we want to move back to the other?
So, I mean, that we're gonna get set up for the other thing in there. So
You know
if
what?
we're
At least in the other room, our mic packs work.
that's true.
Back to Studio B.
Studio
Studio C.
Back to a different studio.
It's been an
A
experience.
discovery.
Yeah, top drawer, far left or far right, you will find a pair of pliers for yourself.
Thank you.
So I have yellow in there, so I don't need red, so I want that off.
Let's see. So the reds, you said, right?
Uh,
Oh, that one wasn't even on.
Yellow is the one. Yeah, yellow
We're
is the right
keeping
one.
yellow. We're keeping yellow.
Keeping yellow. Keep it yellow, everybody.
Off. Oops. That was a little violent. Sorry, everybody. Yellow, 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 red, red. I hope you are correct about that.
Me too. We'll find out very quickly, I'm sure. But
Okay, so. All right, now I just need to quickly get those reds out of the way. I need more yellows. I did just have to plug those in.
yeah, and make sure your grounds are properly connected too. In
Yep.
the right place.
Yeah, that's definitely, you know. Yeah,
Let's-
like slipping the. Yeah, no, those are all on. Okay, that's all fine. I am a little concerned about the joystick and the ground thing, since that was.
That's a little bit weird, yeah.
But maybe that's because of the other ones. We'll see. Come on, man.
If you like bend the wire a bit, not against the axis before pulling up, it tends to release a little bit easier. The clip kind of separates. There we go. That's one side completely unhooked.
So I need. That's one. All right, I need. I need.
Yellow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Ah! How are you doing, chat? Enjoying the show? Because this is some prime.
I know. Watching us try to solve our own mistakes. Yep.
I mean, this is what the show's all about.
Isn't it?
So yeah, so just to reiterate, what do you suspect the issue is?
My suspicion, geez, my suspicion is that these buttons do not actually work in a way that you can hook two of them up at once to a single terminal.
Yeah, there's something going on where when we use one of the two leads, it shorts, and when we use the other type, it doesn't. So our Ian's working theory is that that's the red versus yellows.
My, you know what I think it might be too, is that the yellows might be set to a normally closed gate, and the red is normally open.
That could be it too. Yeah. Which is weird, but dumb.
I mean, I could see a reason for it, but it's not something I want for this project.
Yeah. All right.
That's one down there.
Yellow.
Let's do another yellow there, and black. And if I get to Scotland before I can start programming it on the Naomi, and we can
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
hopefully make that work.
I'll get back on here. All right.
Oh! Sorry, I can't help but sing along. It's captivating.
All right. Let's put the jump. Let's see.
Okay. Buttoned up. And then we're gonna kick it, flip it, and see you later. Bye. All right. Good, and the laptop is still here. Hard Rock Hallelujah.
All right. Fingers crossed, my friend.
Fingers crossed. Be right back.
Oh, of course.
Sorry.
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 Crushed. Crushed.
I'm sorry. What happened? Crushed my balls. Crushed my balls. All right. Is my microphone back on?
Hopefully.
It is indeed, yes.
Good.
Okay, let's try this one more time
Once
with
more.
feeling. Oh, Wi-Fi net booter. Open JBS. Scan and configure devices. Okay. Configure.
Please don't drop out.
Button 1. Okay, test, don't need. Tilt, don't need. Skipping it. Coin, don't need.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that.
Start. Start worked.
Okay.
No service button.
Yeah, that's fine.
Up. And let's get ready to dry fit some
Yep, skipped. All right.
Yep. Down.
I can't
skip,
see. Let me see if I can see the light while you do the control.
Left. Right.
Did it read those at all?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't read the joystick, but like the light's not going off on the thing, so it's not shorting
You know
or
what? And
resetting.
these top buttons still
Are
aren't
still-
doing anything, but I'm betting. No? Yeah, now they're just all.
The light's on. The light doesn't drop off, so it does appear like it's working, but. I hope it's not as stupid as you need the ground from each individual thing matched to the button.
Yeah.
But it probably is, Ian.
I'm gonna go quickly.
You want to try that in the?
Yeah, I'm just
other
gonna go to
studio?
Studio A and I'm just gonna take the top,
Yeah.
not the whole cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes bad parts happen. That's also an
That's
option.
possible. Yeah.
Are you saying that bad parts happen to good people?
We did that quickly earlier. This is just gonna be.
Probably.
That's probably exactly what he's saying. I can't sit on that.
Paul left me in charge of the tech board, so you're getting puns now.
I mean, I was getting puns already, because, yeah, I was here with Ian. You know how that works.
Is your side working, Ben?
Oh, no. No. They're both in the same kind of, it's just decoding why every connector, they gave us like 2 button things and 2 grounds, but yeah. We'll figure it out. God bless.
Hey Ben,
Yeah?
I don't need to yell because I'm on mic.
Oh, okay.
I figured it out.
What was it?
These are not 2-player boards at all.
Oh,
That
what's
red port
Uh-huh.
that has the 5-volt, that's for if you want to power this thing or connect directly to the USB. What we've been doing with this connected to here,
Yeah,
this is interfacing directly to USB,
Oh, I see. So we actually want this connected to the
the
blue?
blue port.
All right. Well, now we know. What about the other buttons?
They all work. And the minute I swapped it to the blue port,
It all
the
worked?
joysticks worked.
Hey.
Let's very quickly
I love
map
a
some
solve
files.
that makes us look like the Ding
Geniuses
dongs
we
that
are.
Yeah.
Back to Jordan.
Thank you for your service.
One more time. Thank you. Don't worry.
I put this back in, that's why. I have mine facing the wrong way, which is why I was like, "Oop."
Great. Test. Tilt. Coin. Start. Service.
That's how you spell that.
Up.
sound.
Up. Come on.
That's correct.
No! Still skippage?
No.
But did it work in the other room? Ian?
It was working in the other room, but I think it was giving me analog. So that might be the problem there.
That it wants that it thinks it's an analog stick?
Yeah.
Ah, Lord. I mean, well, it works in there at least. I don't know what. Yeah, because I'm looking at the board. Let's see. Yeah, don't know.
36,000 seconds. Let's go caffeinate.
What are you?
I'm just making sure the laptop won't ever go to sleep. Yeah, there's a little program called Caffeinate in your terminal, Mac users, that just lets that happen.
All right, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Do you want to give yours a try? In
Sure.
the
I
Mac?
mean, it's configured pretty much
same, but if there's like a hardware issue.
Could be.
I once had a board that looked a lot like that. I don't know if it's the same or not, but it was quite noisy in terms of button presses. If that's if they came from the same factory, that would be unfortunate.
Possible. I mean, again, the little converters are not hard to find. I just may have picked some bad ones.
We can, it's a thing that we can fix in the future. Okay, do you want to give this a try?
Yeah. What am I hitting?
Okay, I'm just gonna let you. Oh no, I'll tell you because that'll be easy. Any button to begin it. Okay, so we're on test. We don't want anything. Tilt, nothing. Coin. Start. Service. Up. Nothing.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It stays lit. I think it might be just these things. Try to send that as an analog stick so that it works
might
with
be.
everything. It will work in there if you want to, real quickly boot something
I would
up.
absolutely think we should do that.
Okay.
Let's go make that happen.
All right, one more dance.
One more time, back to the studio. But I guarantee you the Naomi works. You all saw it. Let's get ready to dry fit some bottom.
Hello, viewers. I think we can take you over to Studio A. 1 second here.
All right, their mics don't work here, so that's okay.
That's fine.
Do you want to...
Switch that off.
Actually, let's just double check here. Up is axis 1. Yeah, it's on the axes.
Yeah, so,
But
yeah. Yeah, we'll sort that out.
Yeah.
That's fine.
all right, what's in Steam that Lure owns? That's good.
Huh, weird.
Your mics were working.
Oh, they were
In
working?
here? Apparently. Okay.
Okay, well
sorry.
we'll mute
All right.
here. Hey, we're back.
Woo!
Um,
Yeah, like just. Sorry. Even Gang Beast is fine.
You do need these mics. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, you got it.
there we go. Shredder's Revenge.
Great.
How long? Oh yeah, perfect. It's tiny.
Yeah.
Mere seconds. All right, let's send ourselves to the gameplay dimension. Oh, I'm excited.
Good. I'm glad. I'm excited to get converters that work.
Yes, and then we'll get there.
Okay.
It's just an unfortunate aspect of life. Sometimes life gives you lemons, and then you have to send it back to Amazon. Other side. Here we go. Play.
Oh yeah, that's too high. We'll have to configure our controllers, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
There it is.
Whoa. Grab some headphones. It's not actually a great game, just a tribute. Actually, it was a good tribute, honestly.
I've heard very good things about it. I've just never actually booted it up. Oh, I mean,
If you
yeah.
want. Okay. Nobody knows.
Oh, cool. Well, my up works.
Huh. Does mine work at all? Oh. Let's use the keyboard to navigate the menus.
Maybe that's smart. We go to button mapping, maybe.
We cannot use the keyboard.
The wrong keyboard again? Excellent.
Oh.
That was me.
Okay, that
I
was
pressed
you?
Up.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I have any connection at the moment.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Official layout. Edit. View layout, at least. Edit layout. All right.
Oh good, there we are. Okay. Oh no, that's not how this works.
Okay, yeah. We have to do a different level of mapping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
Edit layout. Okay,
What?
no, because it only shows you the buttons. Because it
Go to
thinks it's
click on
supposed to-
gamepad instead of game actions.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, that gamepad for X. Hold on, wait, no.
Sorry.
That was it.
Back. Edit layout.
Yeah. I think you still. Okay, so let's see. D-pad. Give me or joysticks. Actually, give me joysticks. Yeah. Click. Oh yeah, no. Right joystick behavior none. Hold. Yeah. See, I've got like. Not helpful.
No. You know what? Let's actually, just before anything else, let's see what Windows says that these joysticks are doing.
Yeah, that's probably wise.
Is that you?
Point of view.
Oh
hat
my
is what-
God.
So that's not the right. That's not the right place to put that again.
No.
So that bottom one was not the correct one. In that,
Well, it may be, because that may be the only
Well-
one available, but...
we're about to find out.
Hey, cool, it crashed out.
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
Oh, wait, that's me.
Yeah, I was unplugging it to replug it and see if it loses its mind. POV hat. Okay.
Okay, so I think that's... Let's see, is that you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. So it's just we're connecting into this thing's weird and we're wrong. But that's ground.
I mean, it's at least giving me the 4 directions in the POV hat, which is nice.
That's well. Then stick with that.
button-wise, I'm getting
Oh.
6, 7, 8, and then
Just
4,
there.
3, 2, 1. 3, 1,
Yeah,
2.
my thing is reversed for this bottom one.
What? That would.
Yeah, it's a proper ground if I put it in the top one, but then the bottom one, when I look at the label, the ground's on the other side. Well, that's no wonder it doesn't work right. Cool. Yeah, that literally won't fit in the right direction there. Seems like a problem. Let me go get one of the other little cables and see if that...
I'm going to see if I can at least configure this one. Oh, or you can just use that.
Yeah. Whoops. We're fine.
Yeah,
Didn't break anything.
that's what the touch-up means for.
Okay, so that will fit. That means that's ground, so that should be on the bottom. I'll get this right over here, then I think I'm in good shape. And if I beef it, then I beef it. Turn it like this. Okay. Come on. I feel like this is true TTSF to be running behind with somebody hot on our heels.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, come on. Come on, little lad.
Well, like we said, we've got a few
There
minutes
we
to
go.
achieve victory or attempt victory.
Okay, so
Okay, it may not be you. Hold on.
oh yeah,
Try
it's
again?
you, not me.
One more time.
Hey,
Yep, there you are.
look at that.
So you've got a paw hat.
So definitely I had it connected because the connector was the wrong direction. All right, now wait. Go back to the buttons. Oh God, yeah. So we could properly map these given time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, that's not a button it knows. Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, we have our buttons all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oops.
Yes.
Well,
well,
we can't
that's
keep working on this, but I don't know that we can keep doing it.
yeah.
But we might be able to get it solved before the next stream runs out of time.
Absolutely. I think that is a
Yeah.
very good possibility.
All right.
Well, I guess we'll sign off from here then. Thanks everyone for watching Tinker Tailor Soldier Fry here on the Mighty Loading Ready Run Video Entertainment Network, which has been Sub-a-thon and brought to you by you, the viewer. We're coming up on the end of it. Thank you so much, Ben, for providing these podiums, this hardware, this entertainment as we go through here. And
I'm thrilled to be able
making-
to make it happen. I'm very excited to get people in front of these things when they actually function, and we're very close.
Yes.
So I'll be working on that to try and finish it. Maybe we'll drag it in to annoy everybody on the stream. We'll see.
yes.
But yeah, soon.
They're not in the room right now, but a big thanks to Molly Luce for providing the fat beats for this particular program. Don't forget to check them out November 2nd in Seattle for their first show post-COVID.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. But yeah, as we say every time, we'll see you in a fortnight, never in fortnight, ever forward, learning out of spite. Good night. Oh, yeah, no, there's way too much going on there. Back to somewhere else.